Watch dwumadi ne din a critical issue dwumadi ahyehyɛ ne kama a no nema hodo ekoso o man ni mu ahu hia sɛ yesi nkonwa na yɛfa ho adwene no yɛde ebrem na no pɛ yɛhye yɛbɛka ne sɛ de sitie yɛbɛdwene ho sɛ de sitie san sɛ ɛyasɛm hia yɛbɛdwendwene man no ho esan sɛ duru baabi a sɛ yɛtumi kasa yankasa yɛbɛdie dɔkono kwa nti na no pɛ bɛgyafo bɛba me yɛdi nkɔmɔ paa yɛbɛkɔ asen of akwehwɛ sɛ nneɛma ɛkɔsan ɛwɔ hɔ na yɛhwɛ nyina mahode ho ansam owura atachia aka asɛm bi sɛ bampɛ no da mahama esensan contract bebrebe bi ɛma yɛnyina mahode ho nsɛm no ama yɛ bɔ kapa World Bank country director nso ɛka bi atisa nanso wɔn a wa ɛyɛ NDC mo kyerɛ sansam na wɔn ka ne nyina no nukure bia enimu nti hwan ɛna ɛka hwan yɛbɛdi ho nkɔmɔ na fe yakɔbɔko basabasa yɛ esi wɔ bɔko a ɛna me no kasa yi asundwe ni hɔ no wɔte kɔkɔ so se afanu na wɔn nto mo hase na emra na mo si nkonwa mesansa asɛm bi ani hɔ a yɛde sekan ɛna ɛka yɛde anu ya ɛna ɛka enti wɔn behia sɛ wɔn ba na mo si nkonwa na mo ho ɔkwan bɛfa so a asundwe betumi aba na fe yahwɛ de ɛkɔ so ɔbɔko no ɛsunsunsansoɔ awɔ man yɛn ba bɔ ho nsɛm so esan sɛ asɛm ketewa bi anhwɛ yi a na da nsɛm kɛse ayɛ sɛ bɔɔla so gya no wisi ne kitikiti bi na so asie nyina kɔ ɛsɛ tumi hwɛ ne yɛ ho bibi we nsɛm de dɔɔso yɛbɛdi ho nkɔmɔ ɛna no pɛyi na ɛnɛ bɛpɛ sɛ yɛbɛkasa kakra nsa na yɛde dwumadie no ahyɛ ase asetis ɔman bi abɔ ne ho mmɔden sɛ ɔbɛtumi akyekyere ne man ɔman bi abɔ mmɔden bɛka ɔman a na kyerɛ sɛ Ghana yɛwɔ ha yi yɛde tumi ne hyɛ nipa bi nsa sɛ yɛde tumi na ma mo yɛn tumi nyɛ yɛnim sɛ mo na mo safata tie sɛ yɛde tumi ma wo a yɛde tumi ma wo no yɛpagyaw yɛma wanyonyam bi yɛwɔ gidie bi wɔ mu yɛwɔ rehyɛm bi wɔ mu ɛno nti ne yɛde tumi no ɛma wo sɛ som na saa tumi ne yɛde ɛma wo no ɛne sika yɛde ma wo nyinaa no fa kyekyere ɔman no na yɛn a yɛde tumi na ma wo na yɛde yɛsika tua wo ka no yɛtumi anya so mfasoɔ enti yɛmfa tumi no ɛma sɛ gitumi na kɛkɛ dabi na mu no yɛde tumi no ɛma wo sɛ deɛ bɛyɛ a wobɛdi kan na waprapra kwan mu asiesie nneɛma na yɛn so a yɛwɔ akyire no yɛbɛtumi anya bibia di ɛno nti na yɛn pɛ sɛ ɔbɛyɛ adwuma na ɔde sika ahwɛ wo ho no ɛno nti na yɛn a yɛde tumi na ma no yɛsɛntua wo ka sɛ deɛ bɛyɛ ho bɛheha wo ɛno nti na yɛde tumi na ma wo no yɛhwɛ kwan sɛ nneɛma a wohia no yɛde bɛma wo ɛno nti na sɛ wokɔ baabi a yɛma moto di w'anim hwehwehwe police ni sɛ na bɛyɛ wo di traffic mu ɛno nti ɛnya electricity bill yɛ ne etua ɛno nti ɛna water bill yɛ ne etua ɛno nti ɛna sɛ wotu kwan a ɛnyɛ osika no twa ticket yɛ ne etua sɛ na bɛyɛ ho bɛheha wo na watumi asom yɛn bibi kɔ so ɔman mu na yɛn pretend no fan cheme and I say we can pretend everything is okay but everything is not okay mummy I can no krenchire ho look into my eyes me so be sure ndame kan no krenchire say niam bi nkoyi mbampa na do hye bi na sasa no kan na ye me de say ekutumi basa anka be nyoniam hye e de amoman no yetu kwankwa aman ahodo so a ukodu Rwanda Kigali eho fe ukodu Dubai uko Abu Dhabi eho fe ukodu eho fe na yeka enti obi so tumi ma mekasa me ko Ghana no do Greater Accra eho fe enti bampani ka say Accra will be the cleanest city in Africa. Enkra ha bebe bia yeka ahunidie se bibia ye fefefa gan Accra be fe achemman kro bia kropon ewo abibimam ha e confusion ni etisai enu amere hoye enu amekoka so kwan so na bra me bedru weja no atala anim ho katapila ho ena said ye wokɔ baabi a yetu anwea a yede ayi no boabo anwea na no na ye kakra na yasesa no sana na atala ni mu ho main road no so sana na etie na wahipu anuana madu level bi a ye benya tipa truck kese pa no baako ekwan a ye de esika na aye ekwan a ye so de betumi atu ye ho se eye highway a obi befa so a efe no anwea agefa anwea na gefa no rubber nso abeka ho ene wonam ene major street wakra ha eyifi babi obeko bia no ya boabo anwea no ka kwa no ho nyina se nkofie ukọ babi edua bayira ene egu ha chenti no efifi ewira efifi wo so edu babi ama nkofie no aya ma esese nkofie no anwea na san akofa mu bio esese nsu ata ma na san ahohora akogu babi esese san kogu yes you leaders we need leaders abani nyansa mu abani hu se ese etumi yesika bi ne ye de ehwe se be prapra monte so ama kromatie enti on the sanitation levy aba me ametie bi it have every right se be sika na mo age a mo se me ntua to na mo fa ese abonte no se mo fa nyesa djuma na I have every right to ask you the sanitation minister mi wo ho kwase de bisa wo se sika na nyo sika ye chesa taxi nyina wie enso baby abafa bia no efinko a in the history of Ghana me matena nkran ache mani afika kra fine anamre ma yase se tafra che ye wonim dia ye de anim difo na ebu oman no sa brem na efi eme ne yen pa mo bi enka no kran kire ye ho Delta Car Regional Minister, me pacho wo hu. It's your region. It's your region. Enye me region a ba me timu bi. Enti se na be nko yi a, na se wo hu ne yi a, me betena na maka. Anti abra pay. Sanitation Minister. Anye so betena microphone achi. Ama kasa anu na ehia o. Debi where can they see moment for you who say this is what you are doing and a boy yen yes sorry and a so asam and you share yen so num you share yen so num I quite remember quite recently sanitation minister bekan say a man no e sika about 1.something billion e dey share my yen so atumi akose de aba betis kan na me yam shame say 1.something billion sanitation levy na de ne de baby abefa bia se nso ta gates ayakofa so no sense gates no machoku nti no tokro kakra bia da baby no na so na pia fa ho na wudu of anko barrier bus stop kasi tumi nyina ho eso FC yawo FC yawo MP ana moto ni etu amoka brebia your MC your MP it's all about the power to me na mo benya ho hia mo e che o ma ne chekere ene mo nyina makogu ase enough mo pretumi munya tumi ni wi a na ye de tumi ni ma mo a ye so na de esika hwe mo no mafa ye nkoa de abo pe na mo ye de abo pe na mo ka enti se mo twam na se nkran tantantan sa mo ani wu mo fare the here any say be beso that means I for ya kan bi if I have my way out and there's no way sanitation minister be ka so ya bibia me microphone be ko sidanim no way because eto na mitua de ba no ono da ministry na no mo yen ka biribi na those in authority ni hunu say niam bi nkoye so mo hunu ya yen kan kire omo wona sector minister enti wona se bi nkoye a ya de be so aw It's all what the power was, who deputy, who way, baby drew a sea hopper. Local government, no who. MMDCs, no who. Regional minister, no who. And cry apron, no who. A few minutes, no who. It is someone I'm calling us. Ya bobo anyana no se nkofie na gu kwano tenten ka kwano tenten sa eyam fa na enti Accra will be the cleanest city in Africa na nunie actually it's an scandal na mode ye ti o man mu a so obi wotumi na oye bibi na sanya na oka na mu a wo ka no kore no wo mo ye tata mito electricity a ye ti bi se fan siesie ye street light. And the power meto, Sankameto power by 500, na ebe take me about 3 weeks. So 500, no, it take him just 2 weeks. Ebikra enu. Me top power 500, na say take me 3 weeks. Say me top 500 na, enu 2 weeks. Yenya nipa bi, say Youth Enterprises Agency. So we're training crofobia with sikaka kraka say electricity the street light say ya woman the base no millions of Ghana cedis and I see yes you training crofobia your street light say base no woman he abrante na nam ho something asigree on nam ho. Yes, street light bakukura anya adwuma. Meanwhile, quarter power. Sika da so ya tia to say, ya fian say street light. Say sika na wa he. Ade na ye yesa. I mean ade. Ade na yegu ehu anim asesa. Mo na mo se makọ school, mo nim wiase nyansa nyina. Ye mbuye de ye nkọ school ni bi. Nti e pene saa. Na mo adwene nko ade nyansa nko nyema bi wo nsese yeka nsem bi wo nsese yeka there are some areas how bi wo how na tera ho saa hwe Dansoma Junction saa ho na tutu bi no for so many years ni ufiri kantanka ho ebefro ede akọ Achimota school side wa kantanka no bukavu na saa ho no na no I said for so many years said that say na tie uduru abofu ha ya ubefro e dia fa N1 no so afro soro ho a anu ya di Georgia no mo traffic light ya so wa ha ya yi e ho na say for so long yentumi nya ho hwe eso yese wo engineers wo Ghana ha ewrade fam panifo nyina bɔ ne nche wo mo na munya dwen sakra anye saa and guasie na beto oman no se mu hunu ya ye mu bi no ye hunu se oman bibia na makeka ka no e kame so don't have we need that we don't have future the 2 minutes na anuti moni abreak digidi no ye the 2 minutes be mamo da se 2 minutes mo tuen fa nya dwuma obo de ohata sori e be bisa mo o bere mu be mamo achi na ayro sem bi si won sa mo nra en kana ayro sem na anwasem oba bi a wawo na woko akwada na wotwepe na o se okoto diaper o de bobo ne ba nti akwada ne dada mu no pie okoba ya ne ba ni ho achire wo machi ahwehwe akwada yi a wo mu no achire onkohwe a wote se akwada bi su oba bi omokoye a ne ba ne da ho no Michael Kofi Machi Michael okay yehwe san sabe tumi aka Michael Kofi a se oba wawo akwara ne dada mu me top ampes aba me koba ya akwara ni ho do hwuru bibire achi etisa akwara bi su wo me dan de baby ye kwaya me ba ne da ho no wan ne be fa no wode no ko he Michael Machi
ya ni o ja Kwabena
asemi ne madwunu mu ame na pa menti ase boyemu
Agya endra ena yinya na nchie se ene ne nansa eye yawada no oba tan bi awawo na wotwenie ne ba no kra no afans na yeyi no epie na obey ni nikunu e ho sa no so nikunu fa adade so na mekọ ahaba mu akọpẹ banti mienu bi aba na eja ya wufufu adi ene hwa abofa ne no ban se yomira da na se koye afi obey te ho no so de bi ne ba na da na etam a yode bonase a ye fe ne dai pay afọ ba akọpẹ kai wo no ho ene ode abo abofa ya wade nti osori dia aha na wagu nsu nti okokoto foforo aba ene oja abofa ede to ne dem se ne owo ye no waya se bia oja abofa no abohwi akoto ade aba obeba na abofa nda ho kama afi ya wade obohwi ekoto eye etam anasa mo ase anasa dai pesi ba ya ne ba no wo hia budin abofa na tofe wo mpa na chi ana otutu mpa na etwe mpa no da bia abofa ni ho efi e wo ne nchen onko bisibisa wo se bia na obi afi ni fie o bia abofa na nya no osu nti yo hakofa abofa no okoya obi ase yehu abofa ye ne de na ekoso yi enti eja omobo obina na ofre ni kunu e wa haba mu so mira bre na asomasi na ni ready meka ebe fie banche no kra wantu obaya e de asomo se ye ba no yehunu aboduma abofa wanya na wotwe no wahi wana abefa no e no bisa saa era posha kemevo ono na ye ene ya ne ba ayire o chese ni ye muhye no afi nufunso se egu baba enie a onya abofa de ama nanom enyube no manfo na nanom ahemfo assemblyman omutom hugu monten so ehwehwe be bia eso mo hwehwe efrefre nkrofo a onum ye nuanom adofo nom se obi abefa ye ba o na unhu ne we se mi hu ne ene se ade akinye na omde kodan aposifo a won mo chichamante na ekura saade esiye no ye frɛ ho eye nana boame eno no ewo ehonoma ye chichamante mpotem ho ye ekura ba akono no enti eja chichamante political so yes ombe ye hwehwem ye frɛ posifo mo barrier ne ade se omo hwe obi kura ba no ma no mo hwe na enye ne ba omo hu ne ombe ye afi endra yante ho hwe yante anka soro anso ena enen dufa yinya ne ntie se abofa na oyira no nyame adom omahu abofa ne se omko hu no aya sabia ejum anase kam anase hefa eno ena eye ebusua baako ebusani baako ede tu manim tie se ena edufa be no wotwe omo ho a obeya ne ba yire wasua suna boje eda ho no ma nyomu tie se akola bi su o fitire nye no mse na abofa be na osu ampa mamene chese Porsche chese ne yem san hye ne biem ena ndi omo fa kanea e ba abonte be hwe ya ne bei ena obi atete no na beto ntabo obi so e wo ho no mi abofra esu na ho na yesa di abofra asen abai omo hwe be bia omo enhu nipa ko a o de abofra na ba edom efi chichamante e ba na nabo ame ekure yase e be hwe e bitie be hwe abofra ampa ni nyina akọwie se omo hu abofra no anopai na ma yeso mbekọ hifie na wonum nananom ahwefo akọtena se na ni oso mo ye efa abofra ya oyiraye na detinye obi ede na ba no omotumi akoka hwasem ntimi no ka sei afans na busuafo nananom abofra no ho ya anopai ne nana ne maame ne sese ndro ba ya omuhu no oma no fo mo anom fan anopai ne ho ye nti omu sieso mo ho no makwa hifie na asem bi e wo ho no o makoka nti na ija nya apiem e wa abofra oyira enene na ansa no endre ne jofa ni ofa no ede no koye ni o teso ntumi hwa abofra nti wasan de abofra no aba ba bi o be fa abofra no
Michael ode ne ba efie ho na me say we wo mo kwa na ti fie ho ana se nipa bi ti fie ho ka mo ho
eja efie no eye ekura nti wabo oni ni kuna bom sese etin na nkrofo enso benben ho no ma omo sisi nti we fi bia na single room e mo de notie afadan asia na uchi mu kakra bia obi so sisi ni di asi ho nti eye kura edan sisi mu e wo ho no na bra abofa ne gira no sabra no bia kwafum eye kura yo no mo ye ho obi akwafum a je se onsusu se obi be hye da be fa abofa no so de ne ko nti eye kura mo no mo ti ho nkrofo eti ho ka mo
Anti was an betu demu ho na so de no koto kuku obi ase o ba bia na so de ko hye hefa
Infitire and ordinary better, and ordinary tone table, a board, ya, the board, a dining idea, the business ordinary toy. No being himself never to want to move, said they into bear no watching any from her, no more to say, and yang be cosso, and a Porsche and the machine PM. After none enough for in Swasta Teba, and almost a mirror. Matasa Buffet, no so die, Ebiana was soon, Ebia Polani soon, not baby. Tinukunu so ye din afa motis ampa nsunu kwa ekire plan obofa kanea e no mpia bonten omoba ya omoba no e na ye de na to eye board so a oda hoi no kwasem na kese eye wanwa nti o manfo mo ko ni teacher mante ni ade enwumren de nya sonketo omkwakoda kra no na ndodu baako e na abo esanso eligesem abofa no fa no ko eno odinaba.
Wow. Nti be biode no koye ne de obefa no koye ne de ono koye na usan de obi anhye da hu hu hwe
obi anhye da hu ya na mo omasusu se so mo de abofa no koye asabia na doctor fo ne ndifo efifi abofa no hwe se ebia na nipa bonni no ebefa ne ekoye no ebia no de na koye bibi wakotwe ne hu bibi ana bibi sa nti eja a yefa no kwame amega gbeti ekse omu fa hwefe ombe konsa wo ma aban ya asabia na doctor for name before ako fifi abofa na hwe se edien na enkoye bibi esiye wa bron be fa ne koye ma ade ekyen so no ma san de abofa no aba nti ebe di ekyi ade aye gusu di ekyi na ye de abedan ya hwefo ene etiefo asenso.
Okay, ene na obedi ekyi de adama menya we na akodi ekyi de bisi bia no fa ho amadebo ebre yenua Michael Akrofi ena yete ne nka ewosa asanhu asem na menka no se yeden yo on de ho amanebo ebre ye enti ye de besia na ye twen ho akwaje nkrato enche abedwafo beba ababetena so betena se a ye be hyase edi enkomo enne eye binumu awoda ebinum so eye ayie ebinum so edi hene ebinum so eto mo bedin nti enne ye be hwe na ya weshi wo mu nyina nti ye koba ye be hyase edi nkomo mo hwen ye na mo sa wo ka ewo problem a mensuro me koba meche bi ado ka beko na ode ka no be fie no let se kwesi broni nsa no fe ye kwa ba isi ai. Agya abejafo aba enti enche yebechese na yedi nkomo na ansa na no enra na dede wo fie ha na dede awoda. She's my day, you know. Enti happy belated birthday to you dede. The akane de na yebeka wan some but still. Prince Ose wan na mebeko. Ose anim ado. Me de wona aka say menkan. Oka gumasu. So be kai. Enti dede baby obi anopai. My happy belated birthday wati. You know, be party amount. Me ka say be party a me be party amount ti ben suru kura. Sanso ene na anopai kokumasi a na asai nso eka yewura no mo wo mo executive fitness club no waka ho bi na asai ma meda fam ti no ene chena na omoja oledi kwan okumase nti na asai me ma hyeden papa me se busuafo ni nyina yewura no mo nyina okumase sabre ya wo mo de wo ma hoden ebeta wachi ye de yetumi ma na mo ye de ano na ye de bedi wachi obabi a wo bia nti na asai me shedding pa na ene anopa nso atinyo akua dede sufaya wo Ghana Navy ene wawoda enti happy birthday to you atinyo akua dede sufaya davi awo yadwuma wo Ghana Navy anopa ye ma happy birthday sanso ena we free Betty Fuku on so Ghana Navy room 446 and BT 83 one amuni mu times one ho nefi e de ebrewo and if man one and only aka Eframensa wono so e ka ho bi na nanope ye de sanchi akasi e ma ho e na fe ba ko wa ha we de mepamcho madawro ma mama menye na yenhwe ahimma sikapa nyameye anan ewo Ghana's senior high school koforudua wawoda ifu papa ora Isaac eko nyameye anan owo ICGC Jesus Temple koforudua na anopay o happy birthday na sere medi kan ye no me pacho me ne mokwa mefa so a wo ka begina sesei ye wani giemu matra mako afitafo na doso enti mpampi no ema ye cars ho nsem no wodo ka workshop a aya na niam hyeda enkoyi kura na eno na sese yetia yeye ama yatumi enya adwumaku bi a wo mo eba beboa ama yenso ye ka ho nsem no ebetumi akoyie na adwumaku no niam a wo maye no esoro kura se wo ka says baby a just call them omudi to wi ka be ko to ka na ba shop ho abaye ho adwuma ma se wo mmerenti untumi fa ka na nko shop ho a just call them won be ba baby a wo no abefa ka no e de akọ shop ho akosiesie no na se wo ni ka be yusu a wo ma sa ma wo ka na wo yusu to se wo wi wo ka no e de ama wo se wo ka na se dempo a ensuro sanfa kọ na se wo de kọ a anase ma wo me fa nkọ so wo de kọ a won be body wo so baka se jamaka ne afoforo kwa afia buruchiraba wo engine ne ha wadwene wo ka bia sombo ma wasi baby sa fitafo afechire na me pacho jai sa fitafo no na me ma na baby no afre na o me be fa ka na com shop wo na ka na be pie no na ye shen se upholstery ka na inside interior no na pese wo ye leather no foforo aba o be yama ma wa wo be dwuru se bia ka na pese wo spray omo oven kama ewo ho ado omo ko spray ka na obakasa ka yes spray fi aburuchiri e de aba Ghana omo paint no so eye paint papa e be che oka no maka no kala no e pia bonten adwuma ko ameka mo asem yi eye Fix My Right Company Limited wom se bin kan cho se be bia wo bia no nsuro kora nti we de doctor fo ne bankers ne business executives ne ankora nipa ye ni bre no any businessman adwadifo a mokotena mokola no pa ba anajo mo am kan hye kwa no pa ba anajo mo kan se ya mo fra Fix my ride for no wo ma be fa kan no ma sa ma kan no wa yusu wo mu yo kan na wo de abrew na wo beje wo mo kan wo chesi kakra bi keke wo mpe we na pede e so convenient it be so jo mo number ne from CI 0303 944 880 0303 944 880 and a phase 020 222 7660 020 222 7660 and abako account so a 0540 556020 0540 556020 ubetumi akom website nso ewo www.fixmyrideghana.com www.fixmyrideghana.com omo se me kan chiro se wo do ka ba ho a unu hu da we be gisa se na me so mani age ko ho na obedi ho adanse e kire bedam ase ena no pay abejafo abeka mensa a me no wo mu ebedi enkomo me nifa so pe ena ne da me ne ahia odwumadi so wa ben on bambo nsemu na yesi yefa yadwene enkari hwe se oha bi betumi aba na aye intelligent expert wa ben wo bu papa opani ni din e de Dr. Adam Bona Dr. Kwaba bibia boko e de wrade ase pa se na de wonya brama ye me da ase papa bi bankum so pan so eye abanka che Wogan West eye onanyafo Clement Wilkinson wono so e wa ha work Akwaba bibia boko na fe Matthias Bonzo Ewreko wono eye governance and international relation expert wono so abekamensa ewa Matthias akwake no good ene ya be din komo na se me di kanka no ye be hwe nsema hodo ekoso special prosecutor ni sema Akwaba Dr. Frimpong Boatin Charles Bisu se Charles Bisu ye nya ntie se wono so akoko se court hwe na wonka se special prosecutor ni ho kwan se wo che ono Charles Bisu court no sa grant enti ye hwe se the implication on that court decision vis-a-vis special prosecutors powers are ye dey man so mfanya adwuma no any impact ebenya e won investigation oboso yeso any wo mo so beto sa from abani nyina no wo so de omo benya asuahunu benya na se de omo so mafa de afri de ekoso no mu ye mi sase papa na bewi ahye kra no special prosecutor na adwuma no obetumi aya na eno ya se mi saba ko ne ye bedi ho enkomo yi papa sense environment no ho eya to tsima kakra na afi so ye behwe na yakoboko so nsam esisi wo ho no say ye beka se boko nya nika esanso obi ampeso betina ho ntokwa na basabasa ye koso nti ye behwe ne security implication awo man no so na ya hwe se national security minister kan sen bi se ye de kokoko wura galamsey nsem mu a o se wo mu a etu galamsey no most of them are foreign nationals, meaning a pursue national security threat. Boko nso yenim se Burkina Faso basabasa yeniti no etukofuo bi aba bewura ho wo mo yahefoa ye tumi screen wo mo ahunu wo mo se wo mo ye genuine na tokwa na esi wo ho no are they not going to take advantage se the bone for mu a enfa nye na be so mo de ya na ye bedi sasam no so ho enkomo sanse ye asemhia na fe yakọ MPP Dr. Baumia Enra we share daily guide anima or say Baumia turns MPP upside down Uru Lankojo Chairman so ono so ko file ne de these two contestants no why and now GD say qualify can they Japan shall lie Kwabena Japan shall lie any other ones no now so ro hwe contest no e wo mu mienu Dr. Baumia and Uru Lankojo Chairman tem ne akwase no fo so akokohwe nyema sedia isi eko dok we de mame mo wasu na me franchise sem fefiri so
no problem
ye be ko boko what decide boko nsem ye for very long time ni yenim se boko conflict maybe so me ya kwada keto akra me chance se me tin nye ne satana GBC 1 GBC 2 na na wo na FM stations no so say na boku ho nsama ka boku but boku so e baby a ne betumi aka say sankanye sa ne me ho ya e follow between Togo and Burkina Faso ye baby anka ye ka baby anka sika be wo pa anka ye ho. What is going on in Boku?
Well, yeah, me chair afifo any me co-panelists Clement honorable ones. Yes. The attorney say, okay, before I make Boku, let me say before you best start to promote say we can about a fee any the can we memoir. And let me say bo woman be a ne ba yera. But let me say we kasa no man tese be a ne ba ne yera no ko report my police for because who here because say oba ana say bibi say isi a na say to me about police for amane say the be betumi aye hwehwe maybe ana ye serial obi a you know obi a community nim and say mo police for amane a e be den e bia na nipa no owo ba no de obi anim de ode ye oba no o mu de naba ana nipa ne de naba one more police for amane enti ahwe yi a na nipa na akwa obi nso ba na obi nim de besi and at the moment mpo bia kran so nim de ode akwada nke so omo saka akwada no the first thing ana say akwada no yira na nkoma akobo police for amane omo saka akwada no nso no mabo police na police for amomo they can say medical form maybe no de ko ni akwa examine akwada no say bibia you okay as ye chinipa na ya hwese bia na ni tim kana na say bibi the identity na o cha akwada no in terms of they say omu share the program here the first thing they are supposed to do I'm almost in the fields. It's important, but I think they should have gone to the police first to because I didn't
minor bemubi.
Yes. Okay. It said they be omuchini pana police fortune bombe to me atwenaso. And then I think you mentioned sanitation. Me tema. I mean those days in the 70s. Obi onim tema in the 70s. Bekatro onim tema in the 70s, and then probably London. Probably around the 80s and the rest. Because the Tema was more beautiful than London. Yes. Not today's London. I'm talking about those days. Today, go to Tema, it's full of containers. Those days, want to mean chikrak, want to mean and soja crowd or kwan. Only permits. And now go Tema. Mohase a ship house. Before this ship house, the only ship house in West Africa was in Community 6. Yes. And that Tema is turning into Bola. Complete baller. So that's a mere meaning on when I get to community 2 because containers are baby gutters. Those days, no, we actually even had a centralized sewer system. So that Sebi Ejanai, it was processed, it goes into we had a space between community 2 and Habo. They process it. Now they will pump it processed. Today, go to Tema. Tema is and so mine is that if you want, when you look at Tema, no, how you can say we have deteriorated as a people over the years. We haven't even had a second Tema. Bakuna and Krumajama and so. Yaseno. So no wonder you are complaining about. People don't care. It doesn't matter what the government does. People just don't care. So I think that we have to begin to call London, we call Washington, New York. But unfortunately, yeah, catch here.
No, when say as a seminar na yejuma. One say Ghana for your sorting. It is obi ye bibina senya as I say to me twin as so twe more den.
It is true. Politics no so adoso. Muheya ya can say Abeka Junction, I can say mo ship house in Muheya. Those days udru ahana say motor riders no edru ha ubutwam. But these days Dampare started and no mo nyanketa ho say do it this way or I will arrest you. People are now conforming. So mrani de ehu hia papa. Ehu hia but me dey say if you ask the police on Beka trust say Ochi, you can say, the beginning said, Minia on the or Menena, boy, can say Clement. I don't think you will commit a crime. But politicians need to trust them. Any, they won't hear, of course, a boss. And so, no, Sonny hazard light, so. Do you actually even need it? And once you do it, I'm telling you that the guy who is standing by the wayside or hell or no so baby. And so me say it should start at the top. So if the top begins to conform, or more said they have no choice than to conform. And to me say I believe that what we need to do is to try and make your security agencies a bit more independent. See, to me, if the appointment of an IGP goes through probably the process, say the CG, can you I mean you say CG number BBC or you can do that. So if an IGP is appointed, now say it goes through these processes and IGP himself be our tenure of office, I just say be our call retirement. And if not, I just say why BB. But no politician can come and other people behind you are trying to undercut you. They will do their work and do and no case watch. We call London and I say DC and I say any of these major cities in Europe and I say in the developed world. Now say we see what airport you know who is in charge. Who is in charge is the police. Or chiwa who here the rank. When the police officer out there catches you, who miss out in the rank or watch. But over here, or chiwa no afa phone. Who COPB number no friend no who minister be number or me minister wa call anti acheme. And the person feels that entitlement. But where we will all conform, sanitation, or drop it plastic, you know that you bet your camera be chowniacho. Camera be chowniacho. So for me, I think that leadership at the top must begin to conform. And I think that some way, somehow, in the last 2 years or so, things have become a bit better with regards to Nyamrasem, especially the politicians, some of them misbehaving. I think that it has come down quite a lot. Ocean and saying, I can't say, even the NDC's own primaries, there were no, you can't say, Basa, Ohe, Kumewu, Basa Bese. Those days, since, 1992 up to date, every by-election, every by-election, people would be beaten. I was my office is not too far away from the place. So mine is that things are changing gradually. The only thing, how do we sustain it? So for me is to add to, we'll take now, with now coming to Boku. Boku is something that very sensitive. And you can say very complex and so. And to say, you're not say one year. You are in trouble. Meanwhile, we know what the issues are. Issues three things. First, chieftaincy, ahimfo, and sem. Second, they can say amanyosem. Third, criminality. These three things. See, a bit to me, I resolve these three things. I'm telling you that Boku will be a thing of the past. Because then, Boku, unlike your kind of Dagbon conflict. Dagbon conflict, now I say, Enuanum Yenu, Eno Mokum. Enuanum Yenu so de Ekwa. Asem no, you bit me, I can if you can say the Kwabon Tia, we will sit you down, whatever it is, Muyenuanum. But Boku Aqua say, you have the man process and the Kusasis or the Kusasis and the man process. And we say you can't say Hindi no. Say, and now we know say Hindi no. Yen maintain me once. And so me say it is important that you're paying for now. You de omina show mun saso mun hwe na you can't say peace of mind. Emra ye memu ha no. Come pay attention to Boku kakra. I say this because if I go on my phone as we speak, you would hear a tool, and you ask yourself, is this part of Ghana? That's Boku. The last time I went there, I accompanied the ministers of Interior, Defense, and Omomaka IGP, Damparene, CDS. No, we went there. We spent from morning. By this time near Drew, Mz Tamale, and en route to Boku. We spent a whole day in Boku, talking to the Kusasis and then to the man process. And on Momayan, 3 months, say a 2 Bakukra Okrumo. Omudi so 3 months no. Nothing happened.
That means you say you bet you who be.
That is what I'm telling you. We have what it takes to deal with Boko. We have what it takes to deal with Boko.
You bet you and they see a coin. Then now.
The only to me you're consistent with Boko. And I no see to me can't. But you bet to me I can't there. And Kaboko would be a thing of the past. Oh, share opinion for me would take Mama Yariga, no, Hassan Yariga, the one was APC. I think some of them they have mothers who are man process, some of them have fun. So the truth is that in too far obitis one call Kenya, you know that cancer matrilinear. Into call Kenya and Kobedia dear war. You uti the mechanism. So these are people who are blood related, who shouldn't be fighting. But unfortunately, amanyosem, any gangsterism, any because the more kono, not the more manful we are manful nimchi. Because the place is closer to, you kind of say, Togo and closer to Burkina. The more kono, now or more smuggle nyoma you smuggle back and to do one the free.
Cyrus.
Yes. It is open to me the Nyoma. That is where it comes from. Because once there is conflict, it is difficult for you to have a serious border, you can't say, protection. A man for Obi to make us a nipa again, because law and order has broken down. And so maybe the say, Boko can be fixed. And some of us are saying it on authority, say, Boko and Sensem can be fixed. The only thing is that the political will anyhow.
You share an amount 242. 242 atosa at the Afrafe no nyina say. Womomra enti no wo ka nema miensa, wo ka chieftaincy, wo ka politically na ka gangsterism. Se say no chieftaincy aspect no, bet ma ka so to kokoso atu anamon bi say afenu no emra. Enti no yem kan yem na baso nka say o play that role no. But say why ni say na hemfo aka no so e do mo ho de better na chi. No more to me as of one. Let's come to political aspect of conflict. You know, do you see politicians say what we are willing? So, but to me, I be therefore say this thing has been there for a very long time. The political world, let me put it that way. Say, but to me, share now. Mama subject to me about politicians. Are they ready?
Not entirely ready. Maybe now there's a renewed, you kind say, intention to get it solved through the chieftaincy, the current chieftaincy minister. Okay. Honorable, as you know, is an astute politician. Yeah. I mean, you can always say he will do something. The moment he was appointed and he went through the process, he's gone to Baku, and you can see through him, you can see that renewed energy to get Baku back onto the drawing board. But until then, Baku, the politicians were not interested. I mean, unfortunately,
why?
Because the truth is that we always felt it's a Boku. I mean, you know the location of Boku, maybe it's at the corner. Boku is at the corner. And so once it's at the corner, it's not Accra, it's not Kumasi, it's not Techiman, it's not, you don't have to, unless you call Burkina and Togo, around that side, now Befaho. And yes, maybe you won't go. Meanwhile, Boku, in the past, my father, my late father, he will tell you that Boku used to be, the hub when it comes to trading activities, busier than Techiman and the other markets in this country. But unfortunately, it's been destroyed. And so, me say, the politicians who go and look into our allocations in terms of budget, even the military and the police and the rest. How resourced are they? Nansayana, Dampari and Co. Omude drones and they akokwa some they are be. But I would say that, and I would want to give credit to Otum for himself. I mean, His Majesty. Why are they passe? Said your handle you can saying that one conflict. I'm sure experience our quiet. And I said what he is. Otum for we know who he is. Obviously, I'm sure the other feuding parties would respect his authority from one member. The other thing has to do with the fact that, the chieftaincy minister Nankasa, because we have not had sustained effort apart from the security solution. And in dealing with conflict and peace building, who apply security solution? The security solution is usually temporary. you use dialogue. Sometimes miscommunication. We aren't in here. Now see, okay, Mate say these people are coming to attack us, so let's attack them. Meanwhile, sometimes it is not true. So once they are not talking, then chances are that they are fighting. Once feuding parties, once they are not talking amongst themselves, now I mean, Obia will say, then they are either planning to fight and I saw Moku. And so maybe the say the chieftaincy minister will give him credit for how the renewed energy in trying to resolve this Boko conflict. They otum for himself why statement. Say the way you know so. But maybe the say politicians, do say when there is conflict in an area, Ubisa Clement, my brother Clement will tell you he is one of the politicians in this country. He will tell you how much money they spend in keeping their constituencies and in keeping their municipality. Boku, if you ask me that how much do you need to campaign in Boku to be elected, you don't have to spend anything. Right. You don't have to. I mean, that place is in turmoil. Oh, one if you know, all you need is maybe a trouble back a for so monko. And that is the truth. Once the place is in turmoil, people tend to benefit. And I won't mention names, but people tend to benefit. And that is, the problem in Boku. And so for me, I have said it repeatedly that people are benefiting from the conflict in Boku. And once we are not able to find those people, I mean, I know some of them. I know some of them. The only thing is that, do we have the political will to arrest them?
Hey, necessarily,
do we have the political will? Yeah, well, do we have what it takes? Because who didn't say nipa we? Or they are the godfathers. You can't say finance, because the more that happens, the more they become relevant. And so media say it is important that also Boku for Nankasa and Minanum Boku for both Kusase man process. So Omutimia, they would know say they are being used. Now say a Fulani girl here or Binumbru Ebruni. Why? So you have Adiano Afedi is gone beyond Kusasis and Man process. You have other tribes who are also getting affected. You see, Aboko to mean Ravi, they said the word Uber drive Yako honorable the constituency. You can't do that in Boko. There are people in the Kusasi area who can go, who for maybe the last how many years have never gone into the Man process. You too, you can't go. You can't. You can't. If this is the Kusasi area, this is Mamprosi area. Who dare you? If you go, you die. I am telling you that even if almost suspect to cross it, maybe I will Mamprosi and all your Kusasi ni, and that they suspect to say, you are even chasing the other. You can say another. They will kill you. But they see you as a mole. They see you say, you are a threat, and to say we are taking near to the other cities that these things there is no, you don't understand what is going on. Boku is not, it's a no-go area.
One more yes I know. Me per se ye share as me can ye person say me ti me comfortable kra. Ama security agencies o no kra no. Finance immigration officer ya.
Yeah. Or police ni baby cry. I can't say this MP. Next sister, a police officer or visit another police officer in their place. They shot her from the back. But because of the distance, penetration ended here and hit the other police officer. Yes, if they was very close, so the bullet just ended here. So the other police, them and found with the bike, there was blood. Yes, because the bullet came out here, but he couldn't.
Yes, yeah, can you know? I say Obi Adwene say oh, Boko. The implication our ye security so set on my net say the time bisa say Now say you dey cost Burkina Faso. I think somewhere early this year, you say about 3,000 Burkinabes refugees abegu boko na. Ye ni bebi omu fi port so ye hwan so ye hwan. You know say bi no be ka ho. Ye say that ni structures bia na ye bia betu aka say ye be screen wo mo anase bia ye be hwe na doso mu hu say asema sie nipa bonfo obinti ye nipa papa na ye hu say be betu aye nafa. Enye bibi esese ye tena so hu say ahwe ye betu aye wo kwan bi so.
No, and then 2-3 weeks ago, me call Burkina. I drove, went to Hamele and entered Burkina. And when we entered the place, the soldiers and the police officers were apprehensive. Nti mi jinai, na mi si fom. Na mi imagine say me no me kasa. Na mi bisa mo say na they look apprehensive, very uncomfortable. I say yes. In fact, I had an escort, but my escort was not allowed to enter Burkina. What did the American say? My escort security was not allowed to, so I left the escort at the Ghana side and entered with my PA. We entered. So I may imagine. I just wanted to know how they feel. And the only kind is say, "Tiso abuti hui, obere na etu astarte to. Unu baby afi. Ebe kumu nyina sisi a. So I asked them why, and almost say, the situation has gotten out of hand. They are not able to deal with it. For them, they've been kept there, and so Bebia, Jina at the Bebia, where we were, they have some of their colleagues who are at that. And now then we heard gunshots, and they said, "Can we hear?" And to the extent that some of the people, some of the police and the soldiers we met there were of Fulani, they belong to the Fulani ethnic group. So I think the leader of the team there, the troops there, what they are kind of say, oh no, Ojinahi, if they are overwhelmed and answer, if they are surrounded, most of the fighters there are also Fulanis. They usually will drag the Fulani officers in uniform and kill them first. Before, because they call them infidels. They will drag them and kill them first. Because almost they are problem. Why do you wear uniform to protect this people? And so maybe that is why some of us were furious when this young Fulani woman was beaten. So now coming back to Insunsu for Ghana. The Tiani say, I would say, without say, the current government has done very well when it comes to tooling the immigration service and some of the agencies around the borders. They built a kind of saying outpost near because when we got to the Hamile side of the border, I think 5 years ago when I got there, 5 years ago or less, 3 years ago, they didn't have a suitable place with your kind of saying cameras now they are there. Or by they take fingerprints now they are there. But this time around when I got there, they had a proper border post where Udru Hona says they will, take your iris, they will take your fingerprint, take your details. But they are telling say their capacity is small. I'm not awesome. And you know money you know to me account for security reason. Capacity no akaka crap. And so we need to equip them more. And as I also spoke to the security for at that site, their complaints were just like their counterparts at the side of Burkina Faso. Their complaint was that the Burkina government has given firearms to civilians. Ankara civilians. So the civilians have been armed. Ya more mutuo. So more fam more or mine no buying and more one casan so home buying. And to say a ban is say the Yakan is saying the attackers or more bar no make die to na to baby no mujinano. Now Odimirika baby ragana. But at that point, Nipana Obiani Abano Unkuta no. How do you know say Nipano? He's been trained to use firearms. It's difficult to even distinguish between a fighter and somebody who is supposed to be fighting the fighter. Those were there. And they will tell you that sometimes, Ujina, the other side of Ghana, you are seeing people with guns on the other side. Sometimes you see people getting shot on the other side and you are watching. It means that conflict, is so close to us. And some of the people, and we have so many unapproved borders. And to say Boko conflict, say I'm sure now you're into us here. But we really haven't looked at it. To say, well, Nancy, there was an issue there. You almost say your bow, you will be second a shaman. It's Medina, there were issues, Kaswa. This same Boku, so you had the Kusasis and Mamproses going at each other in some of these communities in Accra. As you saw me to honest, okay, say, oh, Boku, they say, baby, I share and fire one. Obed Daniel Obereno. Now, Akwa, Northern Nigeria, Boko Haram. We they say, Soroho. Almost enough, there are days in Lagos, that Lagos total blackout because nobody, there is curfew. Nobody is moving. Hotels, all hotels are emptied in Abuja. Abuja. This is Abuja. Abuja was built from the scratch. And so if it happens that now fighter jets are hovering around Abuja, on top of Abuja, now no hotels are emptied. That's it. Tehana say, we are not paying attention to Boku. We are toying with Boku. We are going to be overwhelmed. And so me, they made to me, I can say, Honorable Asamoah Boateng, knowing who he is and what he can do, mine is that they should continue to push. And I'm hoping that Asantehene, His Majesty, as he has gotten involved, and for no any fighters, they will all calm down and believe, say, this thing must be resolved. The only thing is that let's not think it is going to come that easy because it is deep seated. People are hurt. People feel, and usually I don't want to go into it because it invokes emotions. So you want to say they should stop the fighting because if the fighting is going on, no one can negotiate. Yeah. To them to me, I cannot know.
That's it. And then the pay them to me, I can say, "Mitiye, a man can say, I will say Gumiana Meboa." It's answer. One of the Nanichemu, and see the Awakano. We did say, and some will be on to me in Kawa. CABP. Matthias,
yeah.
His Excellency San Pierre in Sobakayansa. Irakwaba. Matthias, and some come here, dear. I'm actually my job is so. Afa one more a two galamsey and then Yamaneme. Your National Security Minister can say, most of them are foreign nationals. In himself, I'm working for so for the Mali for any Niger for do one so I can be. I'm a sister, I say, Yemen for so if Yemen about the two galamsey, I work Ghana. Na Sama in now, see, I may say. Oh, Basabasaya or Hono, I don't want them pa. It's on no moon slow moja, and slow to say the slow moja need you. Sir Dr. Adam Bona, or Munima Sebuno to me, a Cassan, some baby, and Nisuka Crebi, the Atrayan. Sir, Mino, I didn't say, or for after the chieftaincy aspects, Betty and many ye pa, and say, or better talk or so, Messan and Nama for a cow and gun hanging out to say. Said ye table your Kobe Mark Mondiano from a Mampena that you could fabricate so Mampeni Mercy to be so Mampema Mahama be so Mamma Pen and not to be ya as Yaba Bocono. Ye Dagbono. Messed and unma him for organizing, I say, almost some form Toma and Kobutu for Diano, no much must be to me. Na yemra among your four so politicians. Would you decide then as ye? Sabri said the Baya, a son baby, a one, a witchy baby, now to see I'm sure. A bit to the harbor yin now.
You may I say, and I paid your mamma in Chiama was for na Mr. Suchia, Mia Minua Pupu, or well and below shame. Dear Dr. Adams Akano, it's in line, Edwano. Na Okan security and international relations there. It's married, it's intertwined. Na when na waka no utie the waka no the ekoso ewo bokuna it is clear say obi ewo interest obi interest and asen kofo bi ehhehye echire a omo pushi agenda bi they are unseen hands let me say in foreign policy no there are tools opportunity they achieve policy be opeso I mean in international relations there will be able to say diplomacy sanction military force deterrence now also boku issue as a implemented when we na bebre the sanction at boku da you use military force to deter them in they say they do no kakra be say you use diplomacy but diplomacy now I think say we should continue using the diplomacy because diplomacy there it has to do with negotiation continuous negotiation boku asemi enye na shase say Ghana nya 60 something is a boku catch say nya 60 something because since 1957 na boku asemi shase inti me ayame they say the current chieftaincy minister aye na adwen say opese oye bibi since here the otumfo so asoro opese oye no we should see otumfo as an envoy we should see otumfo as an ambassador to this Boko crisis na bibi ebetumi aye e dia support no yetumi eye because you see say bibi say Boko escalate don't say here e be affect every Ghanaian. Your example, so see about crisis no about a tribal issue. Your next door neighbor, Côte d'Ivoire. We know what happened. Tribal issues here, and Côte d'Ivoire enter into that issue. Félix Houphouët-Boigny in Côte d'Ivoire, the Paris of West Africa. Osha said the Côte d'Ivoire akom. Côte d'Ivoire baby ya papa no bebre ekobobra. I mean in 83 combine a lot of your parents Côte d'Ivoire. But look at what happened in Côte d'Ivoire. Say I'm sure here say Ghana and your borders no neighboring countries so in any that Ghana so Ghana is peaceful Ghana you say sa Boko crisis I'm sure here a bit to me they accept Ghana because everywhere there is conflict baby a conflict war especially borders no it opens door for terrorists to enter. What say doc eka say or say in Krofona Burkina abina kasa amo mutuo some fambo or man no ban. So mu say Krofona ba no mo jegu ho no ma enter Ghana. Into oba no kita hwe. Wo wadwun be ya say I mean or you harmless. But as time goes on no o develop bibi. Obetumi aba and then it can even happen say Charlie go and spy Ghana, but use Boko as the gateway. And when they come like this, so our idea be our person attack Ghana, person he will not start or we are not starting. That he will not start there. A bit take it time. A bit na young say be no intend to our Galamseys. Or kwako to Galamsey, but the idea is not for Galamsey. It is just a process. Also akoju wa establish our community ni. We know bebre. For example, me micromas asetre. Me papa no okubefu. Ne kubefu no. Yenya obi ofri Burkina bae. Ono do kubefu no sa enene ne oti micromas asetre. Wow, he's become part of us. It is such a person who say will be I would say it is taking a long term planning. And then they would attack. We know what happened to America. 9/11, we know how they were even in America. It took time. Until a idea say, Boku issue na to me a bem. Ye na ye share. They na ye to me identify Kwabena or Muwe. Dr. Williams were preaching be. Or say the enemy behind the scene. Sometimes they are unseen hands. Look, sa etona or moto to a Boko no. Do you think they have the money to purchase those guns? These are the questions we should ask. Some man to no mukitekite etuno. Sikanum omnyeska edukoto etuno. Ammunition stand asking us use no. Where do they get the money from? And obi interest, obi want interest, obi person oye bibi and sponsor these people. And I am sure say you pay the phone baby any. We have it security intelligence. Yes, security phone, they know.
Now and the woman know as an woman will be
so and American sometimes and Dr. Eka say America, call London and American police in Chihuahua watch you. But I had no onim. But because of political affiliation and not be to know and I'm just saying never in egu now you're sorry now you're far especially President Akufo-Addo statement or during his inauguration said we should be citizens and not spectators. I can say we want to be citizens and not spectators. And then some police somebody by see something, say something. Say never involved. I can say Charlie, baby, I say a boy, mind by. Because in Ghana, our first priority is to protect our boundaries. We should protect our boundaries. If you are not able to protect your boundaries, now say, wow, come since 1957 to date, it's a serious issue. A very, very serious issue. You see, for example, Bimbra, one who say, time COVID buyer, you cross your borders. Ghana, Cote d'Ivoire. One who say, yeah, be your borders, Ivory Coast was still shut. But when you get to after that, no man's land, no. You couldn't enter Cote d'Ivoire unless you get a paper. I mean, and the embassy here has given authority to enter. You could not enter to say, you know why? Because Alassane Ouattara, as at that time, knew say because of our connectivity, what's our because I mean there was security threats. He knew say some microphone or no more cooling or no more problems in a lot of them were outside. Well, he knew say a lot of them were outside, and then two, on him say during the crisis, people who came to help him. I mean, we all know say ne Burkina Faso and I mean, Guillaume Sorum have said it on Burkina Faso. What is it? Even to us to buttress my point, no. Saying Sankara depend on example.
Campari.
Breast Campari. Any assemi, it was Ouattara who took him. What I say, and a man position to protect him. I mean, so you know what Burkina Faso had, the way Burkina Faso has played it like Cote d'Ivoire. But and so no one profile outside. And who say, yeah, be a borders, no. People could still enter from Burkina to Boku to here to get to Abidjan. That's why it was closed. So he was seriously protecting his boundaries. And I think that Ghana should rise to this occasion. I see to me sorry. Now yes, baby between my abwa Boku, ama Boku, asumja aba Boku no. Yeah, because deep bunga, can ye na. Once a doctor, my example be say asemi si ashama. Esi wa ashama no, but obi office of free oyen the tribe asem na to no o take aso no sorry ye no tini ma no sorry ye no to Jamestown ebe so into ebe pocket uprising before you realize
boom
Clement, you know, I mean for me
in come ye di ni na wo ho I be say me say me ye me niam bi me ni ye bi o niam bi ho ma dwemu ye bi o niam bi ho me ye ho minim say serious but na minim how serious it's very so said doc ne Matthias Kasansemi Ghana e ba ko pe ana sade ye tie no so ya say ye pasem surasem ye ni akokuduru ade ye niam bi nti all the time no I say me pam ho asam honhom na hye mu a but baby ade ne keka kono se ase anka ambie ye ne anka se na tie a ye ne beba ho so no ye ka se ye sanka biribi abese nko ka ye a anka ndo bebe ye duri minim say abambofo nim de koso nyina ban nim de koso nyina they know ama ye national security minister kraka me de bia me kono na asem a kan na me digina so ka asem de bia say won betutu so agalam say ni namsefo nyina no they are threat to our national security
they are and what kind of questions do you put to them
or go to dollar power
I mean
go to the dollar
yes
it's just a no man's land they are there and it's like where through Colombia baby
it's
not a joke. It's not a joke. I'm sure when you ask, they will send you messages. Go and check. And this is in Ghana.
We'll be sending messages. So say double year crisis. Who de pa nyasa ketwa. Honorable, you have to be bianton chain. When you NDC, when you MPP, where is about Ghana? I didn't also say to me ye anymore because say you can't. This is a doc kind. No, we dear some check. Obonema miensa, chieftaincy, political, and then gangsterism. I hear the pabon for some. Chieftaincy, ebe tuna kase say two full to anamobi. Am ji say Ghana for him fu nyina me sanka bio omu nyina kokota na chi bi etumi hwe ne ye. Political wise no. Betu kase say politically no so yetumi so mu say wo mu a gang for no tumi nya hwe. Essentially the political world is there. The mind gina political and politics na chi am etu. I didn't so on mind aban ye say say na baby tumi hwe na so how you. Yan konkwaji nsam.
Yakob on pe be damase mechia me mampeni na nado danko akufuado ene MPP aban ene mi general secretary DFK
ene ofa
ewo aduma Paul moye na fe maba me maternal side me anke otiri Mechia no pa.
Mechia ofa ka be mo ofa.
Oh, mo ofa die.
Regional minister san mechia.
Matana side no. Mechia no na fe mechia me. So for penny prophet Nyamiche Church of Pentecost. Ni manayiko ne duma pa oye. Eni mpaibo a muguso, yeguso boba Ghana. Normal we na ACC. Yakob mo bisa say dey na politicians. Ese say omoye ewo efa boko ntokwa yo am say mpenyumfo akasa bebre enim difo na kasa boko ntokwa no acha papa mkoye national service ewo boko garuti mpani mitwa so akọ baby efe ho akara tesi na tinga na just uwre mu pa
akara tesi
akara tesi na tinga dog de onimbo na boko ntokwa no nye enesi na omuke sa confirm semini eno de ya na betwe mu keke hu but ye du ho no a ye call national service na ye to yefo no asem ba ko mu ka che ye ni se ukofa danfo wo boko kro no se wudu uwura boko kro no mu a omo ba bi e fe ho locus wo se all right ena ministries they say assembly no so what they say omoto ofuka che o say ubakro no na se okofa danfo bi wo ha but more than say remain there and cross kwani ba heart but e ya bebu because here no ye o mame ba ko bi wo ho no na o ye south ha ye duane ye timi twa kwan mu ne yekoto enye no no muka na mo ko fa danfo bia wo ho
ko fa girl bi wa ha no ko fa we bi wa ha
o de waka ni ye na wan hwe ni ye na bibi to wo ho a wan hwe a ye be sie wo busuafo kura ehu no ye futu mo di be ma wa to the sense it's like hwe be hospital ni wo esifa o nanso ansa na obi be fi ni say e fi market esoro ho aba market no aba hospital ho no je say edwada nipa no ebu nkama faso no obi area mu bi no then it will be easier for you to go na omuni mo hu to the sense say atade e se omukura no e se we a e be hu se we e mampusi ni we e kusasi ni
yeah
omuni mo hu pa eti akaya tesi na tinga ni edi mi ko ye na wotwe bia na ka ba ko e ba ho nti se ka no ba ene na opeso ba bokukro mu dia wa ma this a motorbike no mo na omuma mi hu se ye nipa mi no ntra moto so efi mi ense ko omotimi fa ba 5 moto ba ko pe na omoti so na Jacob nkofo no sanka ye di military camp kura ko si kuro no mu a angamility for no mu nya na easy because omu wani edin bi a ebo mo ankasa mo hu ne ntokwa ne se ne omu si ye no
so akokodru
bi ahoɔden bi eba bo no bi di no mo bi achichi na amenasene o say oni de otu nutu enko in fact ebi ni mu yema wutimi mu say ampa say etu aboba wo mu say ebi ni mu no mu gina ho omutimi ehyefa eka say ye be so ye ho ahwe no bi atwesikan otimi di twa bi abeti yesi entwa nti eya na bisa say sa no mo ye no omu ye di akọwọ ben sa afashe na ya no mo hye no a omodisi kan ni etuo
say obi ka say obi so na fa share no omo dey so no wan hwe so wotumi an but in no more serious note no obi the message be by say samanyofo twi wo mo ho firi nsɛmsɛm no mu a ɔse tiso no se kan ɔse we know the truth that you guys are using Boko conflict to do politics. Yes. And if politicians remove their hands, from Boko, also trust me, within a month there will be total peace in Boko. Eti, then now, say young who say, so we are say, when we are on your no say who say chief tancy our fan and our politics and so edimakotene. Politicians then
politicians cry so much as yes actual. But on say Boko Krono senior papa yi kan aye Mamprusi and Kusasi and na eya hini asem me enu nti na me ya na me ka say politicians ni en sheda emmemu kese because eye pure chieftaincy enya ade bi e be ka say mama yaga MP any MPP candidate bi na omo no mo ma santa kwanisi no mama yaga kra no na no oba ya jenkotoko ya me ni bonkomo yi senior wo kan yi ni mama wa ni papa wa ni mama wo the other side ni papa nso wo the other side enti usha politicians ni kra de pure chieftaincy na ansa na me de eda bi me kan say ansa na be yi no ye wo nkro bi a yetimi chiche ma na yi say ya hini asem ansa na politicians bebe mu na nka tama ye local government eyi a ye chiche municipality mu ne ye chiche mu na nka Boko Kro no ebi anka ye che mu mienu na mo mfa mu de na mo so mfa mu de ya anka bi asa because Kro no se na tie no
and then wedding
the wedding but all mu na nka politicians in betimi di mo na esi wa ye
it's impossible say Boko Kro no ye betchim na ye de farmer Kusasis na ye de farmer
and no mo so mo ti o mo wasi say Kusasi ne nko di ohene
and na ha
Kusasi fo nso ntia say Mamprusi ni so
and na ye say amanyofo nso mo so mo hye akire
amanyofo no akire na ye hye ni de wo
no well Mamprusi for MPP Kusasi for NDC so once we admit this as a fact then we are ready to deal with the situation. Okay. The Kusasis are predominantly NDC. Mamprusis are predominantly MPP.
But
so maybe the say who share the voter count in the Kekahua. It will tell you that we can use probably the last 2020 election to see one and vote to Kwasoro Kakra. Who is gaining you can say numbers.
What's our area?
What did I can say? If we are not very careful, now say we delink political interference in the Kekahuna, and now we will not deal with the issue. Yes. Because there were even times where, and I always say, it's not every Mamprusi who is from Boko. What did I make say? Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, he has nothing to do with Mamprusis in Boko. He's a Mamprusi. He's from, you can't say, what's the name?
Wale.
What did I make an say? He's from Wale. But we have Mamprusis in the kind of say, Boko. But usually people confuse it. So there were times that Onankasa, the Mamprusis actually attacked him. That Oyashehai and they are overrunning them. And some of us said no. Leave other Mamprusis
out of it.
Let's
say to be centered on Boko.
Yeah, let's leave this thing to Boko and the surroundings where that area. Or else the moment you begin to involve
other areas,
one escalating. But if we can restrict it, because Boko for no enya asem, and try say best spreading, and tinkayan now you're restricting it to the Boko area. But unfortunately, there are Kusasis everywhere, there are Mamprusis everywhere, and so naturally, when things, and you know that there were even times roads leading from Boga to Boko through Wale were blocked. Were blocked. And during that time, some of us, you just won't have a sleep. They nearly even kidnapped police officers
they nearly burnt down Wale police station. What did I say? What has the conflict in Boku got to do with Wale? And this is how volatile, I don't know, this is how volatile the situation is. And if we are not ready to confront the truth, and one say you delinquent politics, now like I said, predominantly my brothers, not all of them, because I mean I talk to almost all of them. I am for now. Predominantly, my process are predominantly belong to MPP stock. The Kusasis belong to. So usually when the issues happen, you receive a lot of messages, this insulting, and I tell them that if you guys would understand that this is how things are, you're restricted to Boku, then maybe there will be a solution. At the moment you begin to involve,
so spread it.
Yes,
I say Jano to talk to more
people. You baby assembly free by we are not fighting the roots, then we are fighting it somewhere.
Okay. It's a government to us who say Bassa Chief Stances about history. Say fit it in the 1890s up to now, no, about history. Many say the Chief Stances Minister I take over. Let me say you go by that manner. Now Doc can about the political realm who say Kusasu for say no say we no aka ye pa say minimum Kusasu for mpani fo bi pa omo ye MPP na minimum process for mpani fo bi pa omo ye NDC.
I tell you
it baby edu sesi ya no say politically politician be the na be si form there na the ODC form an say they will go by the history of Boko. Say Boko no where from Boko? How senior a year Boko by ye or more tena home year say because in fact say uko villages no pa uko Boko villages now Kusasu for those were villages no.
Yes. Pa
Mampusi for no okro no but uko villages no Kusasu for no those were ho and that's what because everyone is say it me as a politician there I can you say I inform ti kromo no omo hwe omo hu ye because omo ankrofo no mpese omo di omo so omo na omo wu ko no na nka one day etuo no bi anka ohene bi ne ti ana ne yafunu na emo ko ka ne nan no woti ho no wo so ne nan no hu se ne yawo ne siti a anka omo nsuma nkrofo nko ye gidigidi because onipa na opese obedi no so no ukumo omo nyina
na bede na wasu abedi hini na ma
bede na watu abedi hini
she one nice message bi a ye wura bi a o follow ye dwumade pa bere bia o see look how beautiful the smoke dress is yes oka fuguna ye she e ho so na fi
yes
o say should we sit aloof for the conflict to go on we get them to wear entino atade we betumi aka say eti ye ni wo eti anim o ba bia
wo ma de boy de
e ma yehu ne so o my Ghana ye danson eti sa ahusiesie kama yi ye mabasabasa yi ya eti utumo say it goes beyond no just say it go deeper economically no just say go deeper pa eti mo no say me call yourself so
na ye say ma ko woni say ye fe ba bi sankase ehona na okodigwa otogo a oba be gina ufi Ghana nso a na wakogina ho na bibi a ope wo ehona mo bia no na nka yesi etimi develop ho yie pa ye borders no na nka Ghana ye no ma ye ye pese ye de ko other countries no ye de bi ko ho ukodo man yenkura a ye wo the same border ni bi e wo ho a ye betima ye sa no ma no but na ye ka say ukọ Togo na ukọ fa Boko ho no ko do sankase a e ko be hu ni pa akokoro agina ho hu ni pa akokoro agina ho even custom officers na ye de omukọ ame border ni so no omukọ yi no funu ko musuro mu nse because e bia ye be take o ye be yo bibi nti e ko no se ne ye ni de e ko ba ye be se me de na me ka me si ahemfo no omo pese omo di ade no mo nkum nipa ni wie because e man no ko so ma ja wo omo nyina etu kwan e ba ka e no mo wo bu aka e na ka e choku nti ye nhwe se wo a wo pese wo di ade anka ba ko fa ne nansi won ka se me ja manika It's simple.
Okay.
But you are going to say here.
Ebe ha adwene. Ye fa se bia otumfo atusa na mo ebia beti bibi afiri ma. Your Excellency minim se ensem iboko nsem wo de what na ban mu wonim se de sitie wonim nsem ahudo bebre. Dog kan nsem miensa se ayahensem amanyosem anafe atutrasem sa na ma miensa no. Eda ema bokwa so ntumi ema ho. Na asem no me de sometimes odi ba bia wo ho asem le se sekire yes ne ka no kore no. Well, if you are not crying, they can ya. It may hurt somebody somewhere, but say you to me kind of sound so. I may yane see a dampoa. I mean yane. I mean who's there say ye. A dear as I say as or mine. A then as I say as politicians. Said the beya. So we no more belong to party A. MPP near DC and someone Baba Ghana had here. And I want to belong to party B. Can the two political parties leaders
Exactly.
go there?
Aha.
For now, if I say Bia, the Ebe, you know, sir, on your MPP flag bearer, and I say, my pen and I don't put you was hybrid. Hey, many am a hammer way, but send me uncle. The two of them, and no cover to me a call. I'm a woman, ye be one can be man, say, to me a juma. And can attention be away. If the two men are there, and can Emma tension no and confirm, Emma can through that, you know, you bet you will be a better share down and a panny by any crack to me a palm or how we are a way.
You, Jacob, now, but that's it. One there, he's on Adam don't know expert. He has studied the whole situation.
Yeah.
And I like the contribution now, both are saying now, more from maybe why and a pay. Now, Kwabena say, Kaya, one of our programs, Mubum Kotujo Hade, Pa, Bokum Brent Chow,
Ampa,
there. But when ye, my man water cradding, your income directly, but Ockham war, the Qualbido. Nampoto Bokum Brent here, Bokwa Hinfu, Samete, Workers and Antamaka. Nasika. Or many or a cell will walk away. So you did a baby mohana into a year. So, oh yeah, na the music pretty no, and very well best no co. A bobo sick in Ampon Yesi University or Bokwa and Chomboa. I am happy there, experts, international relations point of view, political and where do one man there? You look at certain pointers because often in this country we find wrong solutions for simple questions. Because I'm here na answer there, boku chieftaincy, a chieftaincy issue so you send eminent chiefs to go and do it. But a bizarre na other factors also account. Anyway, now say you were Mampusi no Kusashi. Now what's it one land to do? The question is who should be the chief? The member said there. Member said there. Boku no better one. And then when I see Ghana, what's it Boku says, Yana Ubi Woho. Is that come now?
Yes, sir.
No, be Woho.
Debbie.
I have for no Bella one. Men send and Katesi no Biara. So why have you taken the side of history that destroys? History they into a wow, my improve. If you take the side of history that destroys her, the young war, then you have failed. Then you have failed. I never used to like Donald Trump, never. But it's seen me, geopolitics says steady here. He created a better international relations than Biden. Because he went to North Korea, he went to China, he went to Russia. Then Biden comes in as well when it's in my Cold War. Cold War mentality. So look at what the world is now. When here, the international leadership of America, it will collapse on his lap. So I'm going back to my issue there. No. What are the political causes of this? Chief, why the conflict in the American or starting and the war to end this in 1992.
Yeah.
It's been there for long.
Or starting and the war start MPP 1992. So the conflict has been there. So per se, politics as the cause of the problem may not be the issue, but it could be a facilitator in modern times. Okay. Now, second, or your ethnic issues are more dangerous to solve because one of the military maybe I hear say from
Garrison.
no bab military mess ya boy tennis ewe na mrenchen wo mu okotwa bia kakra. Now there was a very heated argument on two tables, not knowing one table to walk off kusase fungosina watching ho na another one so man proof civil no kuso then watching ho na ntoko gig so here do I mess am the we work out obi na so it is true there as someone knows your bokwa onsi won kan wan langotin
sone ba ba bia
sone ba ye
na che se mechanics and kesa mechanics ba me use se bia otan no anase ntiase anya adwuma no go deeper masa omo wo ba bi foforo mpokra na sa ayi na wo ho.
Yes, but Jacob, now you are very much aware of the effect of the Nanuba Kokomba war.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kotokoro market, I was the DC, PNDC secretary. So many are using. No, many information I'm going to Mena Kakra. Na Adicha Makwa. And Jawaka the Kotokoro market, wash one. Because one of what on Koko one tribe. Now also what they impan, I didn't want that one, but another tribe. And from a new police, it didn't want it's a more from our bed Okuta buttress. Bottle yala, coke bottle. No, the petrol go no that's about petrol bomb. As someone waste you, the number of cocoa, no go for some jaffa young make. But Osani ho. Ewa. Now, Obi on your bureau with that course, another as someone he condemn. It's difficult to stop him.
Yeah.
Otherwise, and you want to walk in your mention away when royals to the stew.
No.
They are not all royals. So how does this thing affect them now? Or what there what you see can go when you Obi in a combo ball and a pay I've been able sentimentality, emotions. It's on say a cause of a problem now. And go one way. And far soldier for you take psychologist. And I think Chief knows that in many wars in America, they even put pressmen in the group. They put psychologists in the group. Sometimes when American soldier or chair a toughen adima, my former war group one, to win souls and hearts. Yen to kwaya weku boki. Anya ethnic anya ahinsam kuzinyo.
No.
Nanche se obi koto across kafa girl ne se woso ni no obrona ekunu wi abro na wi na twan anufa beti ibo na no maintain all the other side na so why that anufa was why that abobro na se yemano one fit all solution na you are wrong. I think that the military in option it has solved a certain problem, but has not been able to uproot the problem.
It's a temporary one.
Temporary. Yeah. And sometimes, say, I really hear important for soldier, for example, say, yet the woman being one animal koha. Ye, me watch Boku municipal chief executive Nifi. No matter the work Kumunia or a corner a baby cross of friend, baby cross of friend, Garu Kuran. No work kuna. Ejakobna, every mayor stadia. Again, who supplies them the arms?
Yeah, that's the question.
I am Adam. The police were in charge of arms and ammunition. They have the responsibility, and I don't want to all right. They will license every gun. Who will do an audit of that department? They will arms away issue over a period, especially around the conflict. Who is auditing them? It is a member nam water the what a book man got him water it true and then or on a certain day in Crawford 10 no to true, right? The state intelligence should be able to say, Matthias, a bottle it true. Also bottle it true, also bottle it true. Nathan our him.
Because we'll use hunters' guns.
No.
We'll use machine guns.
Sophisticated.
And so the sophisticated weapons are not permissible to be registered.
Get registered. But our no use war. Chief no use war. How did it get there? How did it get there? Motorbike cycling. A cruise one team in nutrition. So we need to do more. What I'm saying that we need to do more than we are doing. Oh, Sunday. Say and so on. Look at the geographical position of Boku. They face Cote d'Ivoire, Burkina, and they face Togo. So likelihood there, Mampusi will be war Burkina, Mampusi will be war Togo, Kusasi for war Togo, and vice versa. So if it becomes an open war, because I don't know a conflict go, but if it becomes an open war, when the Kusasis in the two countries ethnically come to support their kinsmen,
They will.
and who will stop it?
Or they've even started. Trucks from Ghana enter our friend in Burkina. Washupi.
Yes.
Wow.
Oh yeah, they blew. Look at this year. We might not get this Navrongo tomatoes. Not to go on every. Almost every Burkina. Almost trucks like almost bibri.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, this year tomatoes are here. A bed in Ankasa because tomatoes ne onions. Yes. Because I want the freedom.
Yeah, Your Excellency.
Yes,
Since you are making say, Obiano ya bani juma bi transfer no koboko a.
Oh yeah.
One more crap transfer some baba.
Uncle, only music at your home. Obeje transfer no agene transfer allowances. Okudu after 2 days no about back. Then he reported on the conflict. Into what Accra is why more boko. Where Dutch.
Ebe won to crow to where once member.
So what's this here?
So the town itself, I am for now.
Yes.
What to true and that's some kind of one what to but I wonder what sponsor them conflict. Your hometown is being destroyed by your own stupidity.
I like the word.
Why would Kromo? What's will be a funding Saturday bench and a group? And I'm a bobia. Now, a sort of not to track a boom and there, one from Kokun, Funkum.
Your Excellency, can't we identify those people?
I am saying our Minister of Defense, if you not,
sure.
Yes.
Interior not, a friend Denpo, Vice President not, Boku MP. Boku Ayaraga. Can't you people sit down? Can't you people sit down? There, what is happening? Anyway, you pride yourself, be a member of parliament, be a minister of interior, and that's nonsense. Your hometown is burning. Your hometown is burning. Because you have the luxury to live at cantonments. Police for Bangubang and I'm Bobia. You can bring your mother and your father and everything here. What about your other relatives? So, the ministers, I don't know where you debate with Parliament. Parliament in Bono Wakum. Parliament. Welcome, Boku cases. You are all being silly and stupid when your mother and your father and everybody is being killed. So I invite Ambrose Yankee, I have wondered.
Ambrose Derry.
Are we paying? ɛwɔ yɛ panyin enti botum afra wo nua kakraba ayerga ana mo bi a afra ada panyinfo de
Cletus and what's the name?
Nitu.
No.
Fafrafo na dagadefo no won toko bi wokum de bia mo bia. What did this police commander the one Namfuri what did he do? As one by young cap or bodom airwork every year.
It was very interesting.
And he's still there.
And they are still doing it.
They are still doing it. You know, dog, that's a cap.
See, that is soft power.
Yes. Ama ntiase bia bobu se.
And the first thing that got to phone frafrafun one kasakra. You trouble one kana. But somebody use soft power that them maybe everything. There, let's play football at the end of every year. The chief, or you're interested in
very interesting.
Mejafu.
This year, no more year, but UTV, almost year back, try to be new super.
I am the something Nana Yadawase. There, you did it once with the Dabon crisis. It worked. And now we will all give you support.
Yes.
But Opia Warden, no, Irian. What should that warden? The youth of the friend Boku should today say enough is enough. You have had a chance to become a minister of state and you are buying guns for me. What is my future? You have had the privilege of going to school. Minister. You are not opening the doors for Anyansu Yabankran. Right? Then what do we receive? What do we receive? We receive guns and 20 CDs to go and fight.
So now, sad.
The implications of this say Boko Haram oil no value until there gold and processing oil for sale. Oil as difficult oil gold for sale. Oil as difficult as processing oil. Enjoy them. Gold the echo one was a bona or them. Mamu be the badabuna or them. So the motivation to do galamsey oil higher than the motivation to do gold oil. And that is why today, if you go to our mining site, there, I want to know where Ghana from
then the minister cracker.
Burkina Faso,
Yemen for cracker.
Yemen, Pakistan. Now you are also using force on the galamsey. Good. If one day Yamin Pengu they get the leaders and why invest in those because they have say you lose a business let's come together. They will mobilize more friends there to fight us to buy them. You share video, you share video bia. So you from the media men walk or galamsey site. Ma on one kontakwa.
Yeah.
So if that becomes the system, you
well, somewhere, somewhere say to me, 1 minute per other topic. So it's answer. Mama has lost so much time on this issue. They say it's boiled down on security.
Yes.
Now, Amaya Hodra, I got opportunity 1990, early 90s in Black Togo, Basabasa ABC, now was at a flower. Now, the AC, Omutu no Togo. Oh, and punish you. Nipa nampa no so epia mpa na ne akokɔ dampa ne wo no ntam usuro twa mba no betumi afi ho aba beka ho enti se obi nto unko area bi hu se de se etie da obi di se agro bi ne yede enti ampa se ye tumi ka ho asem ne ka ne yede enti 1 minute na ye nko
security asemeka you see ade ba ko so a ma nkofo from krom eba ba bi ye ekom wow and ekom so a serious security threat to every nation. Oh, say some for no more from Burkina and women na Yemen eba be ye galamsey wa eyokom. Na say his excellency kan say are sorry fight against those people I want to galamsey. It is only obia obeba or be catch us your challenge. They say na yenye say because of a community and Dr. Adams will agree with me. Hunger is a very serious security threat to a nation. Well, to everybody.
They make to me a can't say yeah, two for no na two finance minister and so forth.
Yes.
Because the last time I mean Honorable Ambulderry, IGP, Defense Minister, CDS. We're spending a day on my 3 months. Someone took to grab you. Some of us were expecting, say, maybe they would have put a bit of resources together to have, because they were expecting saying in 3 months. That was it. To come and sustain the peace building. But I am tempted to believe, say, maybe there was no resource. You cannot you can't just so maybe the answer it is a multifaceted,
yes,
where it looks like we are not paying attention to it. Here can say you were the 11th mechanized team in Boko. They are embedded, the military, they are there. The police now they also have a detachment there. But maybe the answer, the security solution, so say His Excellency in conflicts, it's not only security solution, usually is just temporary. And so the powers that be, maybe now that we have the good old Asamoah Boateng himself trying to lead it in Asante Hene, the soft approach, Yamani knows, because I know Ambrose and Co, Netewe and Co, they play the role. The only thing is that sustaining it. And because if you don't have the resources, how do you? Well, because
resources are here. Okay. Yimpa work on Tokon one utum pata. And actually, yeah. I want to work on one pata. Let us use local intelligence, common sense, kakra. I am saying that this evening, a Prambrus Yankee and he should call all these people. All the stakeholders were crying. Now, one can say, enough is what? Enough. That thing will stop.
But he's right, but I will tell you that even the Peace Council, some of the factions withdrew from the Peace Council dialogue. A lot has been done. Maybe the end say, listen, they are the warlords. Let me tell you. They are the warlords of Boko. We know them. They are the warlords.
They are all over the place.
They are the Amuntiboko. They are the warlords. Listen, when they pick a phone and they say stop.
But doctor, if you are saying you know them.
Oh, listen, I'm not bargaining. The truth is that
they have interest.
When you say you don't just go and bargain with a warlord. It's not that. I mean, it's a process.
If it's that easy, why is he investing in it? It's an investment.
It's a warlord.
So what is their interest?
Well, their interest is everything. Their interest is to get what they have to get. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to go into it so that one day I'll be pointing. I will not go into it. It's so sensitive.
Okay.
But the warlords, they know themselves. The warlords know themselves. The people of Boku, on the Kusasi side, they know they are warlords. Yes. The people of Boku, on the part of Yakanisen, the man process, they know they are warlords. Yeah. And it is no secret. They know who is putting in, and sometimes Mukasa from both, or Mukasa would have wanted peace. The man process and the Kusasi people. I mean, when they talk to you, sometimes you will realize a lot of them are so reasonable, and they would want that these things should stop. But unfortunately, some of the people who are even fighting in Boku are neither Kusasis
or not man process. That should tell you, say,
you know, some of the people who are fighting. Onye Kusasi or no onye Umfri onye man process. So then you ask yourself, why are you there? What are you doing? What is your interest? Why are you bringing arms and ammunition into the? And if I'll send you some of the audios. Sometimes only soldier for any police if one no engage here. Sometimes the soldiers would have to. It's not a child's play. It's more than you can say. Those days Americans fighting Iraq. Yeah. If we can play some of the, you will ask yourself, is this part of Ghana? But this is Ghana.
Hope here say sankebe yanka etumi kotwa mfoni no na nka yima nipa hwe san say muka wonim me picture niam bi o madwene mu menim say dia sa na obi aye no a enkomo ye die nya enkomo bi se be ka say bi a we dey obi na dey last na
omo ntokwa ne koso na bi a ye hye amanfo fie na fire service truck e banankasa na ye shoot fire service truck
I
mean they shoot into fire service trucks
could be
wow
could be
so it's a warlord mentality
there I wonder where the magic I would to shoot fire service car could be they are not Ghanaians.
Well, so it's, I have said that in the past because the truth is that what is the interest?
Yes.
Because then
there Mugrom no ya
you get it.
Mugrom no ya
I have
so
the
what?
videos on my phone. I have the videos and this is not someone telling me.
So let us all appeal to the youth.
So it is what say if you are not aware of this. Listen, when we entered Boku, it was like Wako in Arabia, Somalia. We were shepherded, almost shepherded. Who dare you? Where we were when you are meeting the teams, the whole place is surrounded by big guns, military, making sure if not they will overwhelm you and kill all of you. There was a meeting involving an original minister. He was having a meeting with the Bokunaba in his palace. Just a few meters away, the guy started shooting and the meeting was disrupted. So if the Rexec boss, man saw no municipal head of security, he commandeers everybody and then he's having a meeting
with the chief.
Oh
no, so the overlord.
And people were getting shot, broad daylight. So one day in a studio and I see a team crying. Kumasi and obi owa until a 2 minutes. Boku, those listening to me will tell you that sometimes it is throughout the night. And yes, be as
throughout
the night. And yet AK-47, they say, when you ask the military, they will tell you. So Boku needs special attention. Because I'm sure you are true Boku, Ghana will be destroyed.
And why can't we do anything true about Boku, this
Ghana
issue?
will be destroyed.
As I said, the American woman, I am not between us here, a month for the member, maybe also come branch here when you're BP, Mr. Mamma. Wow, I am a junior, and maybe you say, yes, I would the honor that was Tiffy, that's one fat. Not a Muna Cotona, Sia, Ubepejamu. Ansan wafa ana sam kase baba frankansi so we de frankano ye de bebre ne ye de ntwene e de anu kunkunkuro sa asam obo kunkunkuro na de no so tikitwa bi ye ntumi nya ho hwe na didi kon kakran sa na e ye dum pempe so bi to ye besre we enye me anasa ye bedwafo ho ne ye nya asemi de ye ka bebi ene ma kika ko no e ye do akire si anhwe nya bibi enane kine ye a before you realize no na it's too late everybody man pare ye pa chance wo hwe comment amanfo bi dey ban messages bi am crofo send me a mutumu say all that we are saying here no and kretro do na momu no e dey my penny for say won betume tu anamo they know all that is going on but they dey so betume to anite mo interest wo mu e dey nipa moja ni hwegu a ada mo da na moja bi so fam ko bia no ye nya nkopon ye ho na bebi samodachi bi aye ni akire bia e osima be aduanan nti yenhwe na yeko na your excellency
papa
yesi ayi mampani dada mahama esan oye agreement bebre nyina mo hode wonsam hwanyan na ma sesei no sa power yi no sensan no ama ya boka ye sesika boka wura atachia ena kasa se menu kwa na menu so ohompo me yampi nu no na me yampi nu ba menu so na ohompo so say o this statement no bye na someone mu sabo kosa me kan ade bi so a John Gina Ponso de bae o se onabo attach answer 43 power agreement now so John Gina Ponso say 3 power agreements which is which
I mentioned about touch and when I was man kuna mansro. Eh, Jacob,
yes sir.
Ma on many way say you be ya decree fi and abrobo man jobobwa. Cheap politics. Jobobwa. Because so on your politics are and say Saturday forward man kada 309. And this is repeated not by ordinary serial callers, but by ministers and former ministers. Atacha published the list of agreements Mahama signing. Publish it tomorrow.
Okay.
So publish with the figures, then we can all talk about it. And we are energy expert. It is a attachment to Chara, we went through long periods of energy crisis, beginning from 2001. 2001. Second, President Kufuor, in the State of the Nation address, severally, he mentioned the energy crisis. Into 20, President Kufuor, a year arrangement, West African gas pipeline, then we're friend there. Nigeria for one supply him oil so that a gas, me and friend, yeah, the entire plan kakana no wa abazin. But unfortunately, according to what I have read, there was a destruction of that pipeline. If you notice there, Nigerians were intentionally sabotaging Ghana. But take it, whatever be the case, between 2015 to 2016, there was a very serious crisis. It's in your managing Dumso. Now there's a debate. There, Mahama Odumusa another Odum no kura. So if you listen to President Akufo-Addo's criticism every day on platform about against Mahama, the latest one was about the I leave that with Mahama. I leave Dumso with Mahama. Question is, what has the NPP government done to the energy sector? On the demand there, there was stability, energy security. What have they done? The last time I checked, the Americans wanted to support Ghana's energy distribution, the compact. We lost $190 million because Ghana government and Americans could not agree on the modalities for implementing that. A company was registered, PDS, Sekaya. And then Electricity Corporation said, look, you guys, we have a lot of assets. Before we release those assets to you, because now we are going private, give us some guarantees.
Yeah.
No one some I want to mention when you PDS what did you seek over $1 million so see this we're gonna for we are some
PDS
contractors now where you mama PDS
won't you
really?
Yes, won't you
ma what did you know supo just kind of what you know or the out of the compact na Mahama Oyeyen, they were Electricity Corporation was given $309 million. Out of the compact now Mahama was the only million okay them compact. Or my Ghana government, make MPP government to $309 million. No so one what double life. No what shall I come. The next thing now woman there say you know them energy you know or your mathematics so me the one account no you two achieve adam go bia now also the track on why 4 that's mathematics to date. Ask the NPP government how many megawatts of energy no what that can Ghana's energy makes on
na sense ma pen ko commission
remember Agya Kwabena dey bia me catch you there so obi wo ne ba na ko Tunisia na ba nya wo bia
okay.
Agya Kwabena so obi wo ne ba na ko Tunisia na e ba nya wo bia e bia na wonyim na ye felt that Adam so Adam what to be mom na me ba no nyina wo hu yansa te da wo Adam bo bia ye ada ye krom nya bia na ne che da ba na wo that project started in 2014. Well, Kasa Wajafu Peter Mau, Wajafu Peter Mau, or friend or Joy FM. No, we said that. We have now how many megawatts of energy in what that count? Also, we have not added anything. Nancy Yala, lawyer been another year program with you. I'm Wako Bodu, and I'm Wako Bodu. We be saying metro. The about two dooms government about two dooms also in Ukraine. Many politics. Dooms on Mahama as at 7 January. So that matter has been settled. The way we are going to and the West offer excess capacity.
When we are book a hunu kwa, I don't know where sir.
Now, generation of electricity. Sabio, I have seen snare do abe no cocoa. Because what you have to put into that, to generate electricity, on your some other form, it takes long-term planning. It is a buy a sabio. When you are to do that, I put the a two man pon. Is it Nakota assassin war was a Caribbean mammy to put Nakota as well? The case with the next war. The next movement, and very what the electricity were there then, or to go. We have, as a country, there intentionally done shape. You didn't can you do increasing.
Yeah.
Because every citizen is entitled to electricity.
Rural electrification.
Yeah, you be. And now, yesterday, enclaves from the Tamawan
Zone, the
free zones attracting big industries. Now, big industries, what the corporate in what year, if you don't know what year.
How about the electricity?
Because half of our energy mix in Oko. Now, yes, you're there. You're the middle income group, but you're the industrialization pen or there then, yeah. Let's say, yenya in the electricity kakra, yeah, be. Me using says, yeah, the be. But on daily basis, in yen demand in Okosol. In Yenya being in fan to ho. Ama as someone to him, if you are putting in view, it don't come, he was a home. And that was a excess capacity companies in you on 1 million a month. What they call 1 million a month. Well, from finance minister Suba parliament also all together in 5 years, you should 300 and something million. Now, I want to put it to you on record there. There is no energy agreement in the whole world anywhere. I want to oversupply power. When demand take a what? Pay or take or pay. No contract. No Google. Because it's part of their system of assurance there. Hey, energy able producing the whole ship. If you ship on another time, I hear small boy.
Yeah.
Ship today if you take in it, you producing electricity the enter. What about? So there's no agreement that take or pay income. Nansen yala napo ni ya Nansen yala napo was an agreement. Anyway, Nansen yalo. Osani agreement. You wanna take or pay income. Coffee. The moon coffee. Eh, Kwame Nkrumah ni I want to offer Kwame Nkrumah kan kanya mi. The moon coffee. Mo ori kadaman na nga da. Take or pay. And what's the procurement? So sourcing. What the sales sourcing na no the win election. Adam Bobia. What bad? So if you know your sales sourcing, or a siphoning. Obi a your friend there, here PPP, public procurement. No, what's a new company? No, a siphon the contract. And you know, Atacha, while I'm concerned, we she wanna say, I believe back, there's a music then, Miss Government bungalows. That's it. Oh, bungalows, I can't just 5,000, the AC 1,000, into Kululu Boom, and I'm Gobia. And you caught no one Gobia.
Yeah.
No project, Okoribia. Atacha took that decision there. Saglame. Over 1,000 plus houses. What furnish my television na di na woman. Ochira my TV na di electrical wires. We show the TV dan one po yibi. Ni na dan say. You are not thinking about facing court in future for criminal negligence. You are talking about Muhammad. The question is, why has Mahama become so easy for MPP people to attack under any circumstances? Before COVID, All their problem was Muhammad did this, Muhammad did that. Muhammad, when you excuse of COVID, and if you move to COVID, I know we'll be into here.
What's it by pay or take you back on? Bosumi Bia, Sika or Madi Chiano, about 300 and something $1,000 million.
Is it true?
Nasa Sikana Echiano, a plant no soon yet may be a
more in ever planting in ever planting in a Jacobna.
Just
a Jack, a Mary, I saw photo. Those chorus. As a Mary dealing on yet, it was inflated. Instead by very negotiate. Nedima na Mary quick as you know, Mary. And what the power you mount. The okay. The Mary deal no work 3 years now, 5 years now, I enter. What call Dubai in Pakucho ticket tomorrow. America now we're investigating it. I want to auto ticket tomorrow.
The also say, "O say Ghana delegation
at the same committee are working investigate America. What Dubai ama se kalabule bi wo ma we sesien. America now not tickets more. Emirates. It's here. I'm on hotel with them.
What of first class?
First class.
Me baba you won't say mu. Enti Addison
auditor by auditor not too fee.
Na o ma na duani di. Addison na o kana say me the Supreme Court.
Addison committee one no call
Dubai no. And na Ameri na o mo call investigate one. One no try ticket mo asam mo na investigate.
Hotel with them. O say mo is ban one you be. Into what be no. As I work 5 years, you go 15 years. We yamu. One the ones you be who be you. Ma, Aza, what the same Muhammad who bring you like? Say I'm for there. Agya Kwabena. Yes. True talent challenge mo. What pe Muhammad ne plans ni nyina, won du mukubo 10 minutes. Won du mukubo 10 minutes o mani no bo wasam. So if you accuse somebody there, why you pay or take? Yeah, take or pay. Nessa on ya, not a editing pakuna. Nancy Yellen, na poche maka, na po sign agreement, take or pay on Kawana. Ma attention, who was some to do? Oh, or some into some tell. But I'm challenging you. Publish the you find then them agreement now. Every month you be 309 million na you should publish it.
Okay. That's it. Clement. When asem no I sana ama electorate in Ghana for you confused. Where can we ena mobile makosin agreement be agreement ya musan ya boka say and afi bi atwa say excess capacity and pay or take when ya
inflation one ye gomi anambo bia yes the person agreement one sign ni ya fa no kokote e na ekoso yi obutie nsama your excellency kan sa Ameri deal no kan wasa me kai pa to kan ma dwene ba so se na nipa bi ekokọ nhwemu no Ameri for na sentwa ticket no oman ni ye ni sika betumi twa ticket no bisa for wonyanka gbaje jako so wonyanko bia friend
Agya Kwabena
yes sir
and me di mi wanka hu ya papa
na say
and me di ni hu ya wo
adentry
oh me wanka pa
enti mo kan kan no kan na dwen
oh de waka wadwe but me di hu ya
machien
manka asema attach here ya manka di nama Mary ni omuko sign contract na ebinim na twa ticket na first class
true of us
manka ni so the way anka wo pese attach here e publish onu na some na wo ka no nanka wo so die ya nanka wo the ticket ni nyina ba so they were bought first class tickets
internet doesn't still
I'll you know can hear say onu uncle wati attach has ma okay e simple say ya 43 say jinakwe cassette 3 was see that 43 ina almost sign contract even 11 of them mako 11 ya terminate right yes omotwem because a kana airban $320 million dollars yeah ka
na I can about kwan ben so
say contract na was sign no conditions wo right conditions ne wo ebi na hanka ka no say e na edu ba bia na medi manjisi fo hu ya kakra say ade ne positive a o so ye na edi ba e negative a so MPP na say no hwe e ka ye ka say abai nyina ye ka na Ghana ye tua na ye guso ye tua sa ka nyina no say bosia makobo bosia e di aye no maybe na MPP aba MPP ne ti so sesi ene say scan no e wo ho a MPP di scan ye adwuma but ye ko kan ye say o ene MPP na kobo bosia we ema aban sika aban expenses akostro aye kese anka mind ye medem say yetimu a anka we ye na we ye bia we ba otoa so na we so atoa so but Agya ko say na okay on e ya confessing crofo keke say adini aye is like MPP na aye NDC nyehwe NDC na aye MPP nyehwe but ye nya bedi ho adanse say attaching asema okay was see contract ya sign no mu bi wo ho no mu a bo oman ka
because oman ka adan ye nyi free ho
enu nti na was see ya terminate 11 out of the 43 no na wo ho no but uncle say one publish me one no uncle so nti na me say medi ne ho ya no when you say some when you am last e betra ma man ke catch me say contract NDC o ma sign egu ho energy businesses o ma ye MPP aba o mo enjoy e bi ni the way but attach here some work in fadi dan we see wasagame ho emfa ho enne ono no ye chairman of the energy committee
of parliament
and the media for atria ben and no mo bisa no sembi and na wokomo an wo ka say when tina ye ka on energy sector no doso na ya sign we
what about the energy sector
it is a name an ka say one publish there
what about the asla
it was published to say something say better na ye ka na ya ni nyina wo ho
anapena me ka say
napo asem a worker is like I mean a civil government on Ghana energy sector no about 2.something billion dollars me
pesa
nyame anim no krani say ya ka say good managers of this country when it comes to energy NDC for more form who be because we know say Agya betima to car one tofu wengumo amfa mpia car no useless say you talk am na car no ye di brew enu nti na ne uche obi Land Cruiser wonye because onye sika amfa tofu wenu bi papa we di obeji because ono obenye sika di tofu wenu but MPP ni e beto ye bi ya no if the machines are there and now you are managing a year and kasa dum so na ya kano my uncle was happy to say people say dumso and na dumso no which is which if it's dumso let's just say dum na yeso yen dumso kra dumso no just say 1 month 1 day light but MPP have been a good managers of every equipment that NDC was saying that they did this and then make a say you see on my side contract no on my side no but manika but MPP best
me say MPP
best na me you team managing here
me so me shall as no me can say me say in the wisdom of the in the wisdom of the government when we say if you high adwene into the tax by sanitation tax it's me and me to no I'm expecting say that one me tua no ye de be prapra ye be bopa ne de prapra kwan ho ye be hwe no so be ye bone bi a ya hwe na so san se to ne tua no ena ye de siesie oman no but be tua sato no ba be bia be fo nkra ha nyina no ha nyina sei e no kore ba kope meba e ba kope ye num se yakokoto machines bi aba sa machine yakoto ba ye no I see it yaka. Into a Kwabena so ne befa shetia. Okay, ye de hye we aba. Say ebia ye hwe na sa eslai. Ebia no ye de ye bie say de be ya. Ye benya bi kakra de ato ne atumi e de che kan kan.
Odesa hono.
Say ska no e wo he. Say to ne tuatua no e wo he.
O ka sanitation. Esle okay. The scanning it on say adwuma ye yes here. And how many months near UTV manya light of wa sika bia abani nya no me say or the manage energy sector the one energy sector mo bia sese na ye ame ye hu ni sese ano enye kwa wo enipa bi na ti wo na mo ye hu adwuma enye ko ba NDC for as at 2017 MPP e ba power no na there are some machines BCC ho a na o nim kwan kura o be fa so kura say o betimi di fuel ana gas kura gumu a ye betimi di power
Efa
Ghana machine as at 2017
Efa na machines ba
eti wonim
machines pepa
ye futa ma ye ma machine so fi tema
machines so for na dey buy
and this for na dey buy
and o muni baby o mdo oil begu
because they couldn't manage
but Ameri car power they are started as ugly they are started producing electricity inti yenim say ye di crazy begu
started tambe
then
started tambe
as ugly
na Ameri
2016 Ameri 2017 car power 2017 2016
car power 2017
but
it was brought when it was the Americans say they were having the thing
but we didn't know how to use it.
But they didn't know how to use it. It's like the actual car, no one to be driver. And MPP was the best. MPP was the best. Me can't be so say. The good managers at home. And this for because that history now. Ewo mu ani aka we na ye di no mo bi foafo aho ni ye kasa say MPP na NDC na ye we na we ye twem wo ho Ghana
has been downgraded and ye kan you are doing that servicing downgraded to ID economy this that there's no economy so don't talk about me
can be say ma NDC for good managers in this normal worst managers me can be so now we can sanitation task be mama can come hu say Ghana neat but if you compare Ghana to other countries you say Ghana neat and kasa you neat na no say you do baby na obi a hip bibi gu ho na yeso ye na no ye omuyi gatemu ni ye as at yesterday the minister of local government was at my end na garlic for omo discard ka ba ye di drains mu ni normal na wonim uyi drains no mu a utimi say rubber plastics any normal
uyi de omo ye gu ma wi egu kwa no ho na enso ne sande kwa
ba last week kan ya won say na omo sesa ni nyina fi ho
bi eguo
sesa fa de na okay
from ye junction ha
so ebi gu was here
me say obi same unim from your junction opim Jontai from up to Jontai ni nyina afi no edaso enwiri ana se na ma bon kofi ana kan wasam edaso go
enti be stress enti me ba wo de to boss enti be stress no ma me ka we man voice me say doctor ya kan sem nyina wonim say obi ana me ka say Ghana no ya manyo sam na ekwakoda ne se ko ko suban meni me anga bedi ko do ba ya de bola si ho ana koto ni nyina agum obako pese opie ana de wa ahyere no esonum na wo twe no basanko jana kama ni pie ya nkobon strategy odi pie na ko nyina fa strategy no so de pie sese ya manyo sam na kokoda ne koto agu bo mu a obako pese okọ abako twe ne san this energy issue ekresi ya kama rese no ye bibi obi wo a wo tie kire a wonye NDC MPP no wote ho a how do you see it wo hunu the same
media me to me I can say well amanyosa me try amanyosa no me I don't go into that but I mean say honorable Atacha they me to me I can say on spending a lot of his time and she said they be obetria contractors na Ghana buying through PDS omuma omo adwuma omo share transformers are you kind of saying electrical contractors a share or during the PDS time you entry omoka do you know why they haven't been paid the PDS you kind of saying business no doesn't exist again and so omko ECG who na ECG say any amount of contract and so I used to be the immediate past vice president of the Ghana Chamber of Construction.
Okay.
And the Ghana Electrical Contractors Association are part of the Chamber of Construction.
Okay.
And they've been we fought this thing up to date in Tuamuka.
Didn't no munchaka.
In Tuamuka because the transformers are working distributing power to various homes, but PDS doesn't exist. And so maybe I'm just saying that to help, Honorable Atachia, because we met him when he used to be the Minister of Housing. We met him to discuss certain things. And so now if he's heading the committee in charge of energy, now they are the parliament, in as much as he would want to talk about energy and cost and this and I think the ordinary contractor who spent money importing transformers in Trianica, so he should spend part of that time to make sure to advocate that these people must be paid. The other thing is that energy. I don't run away. Growing up in Tema, I don't remember any time we had light off in the 70s. I don't remember. But it got to a point, light off, as if we were joking. Then it became serious. And to me, and growing up, I grew up in an industrial enclave. There were, you can mention them, you can mention all the factories were in Tema, and we had enough power to fire them. Today, we are building one district, one factory. We need power to fire industries. Yeah. And so maybe say I am asking that the excess capacity we have cannot be negative.
Yes.
They can never be negative.
It's not negative, but we are not using
No, so what I'm saying is that we should rather fast track the development of this country through the building of factories and getting this one district, one factories running. Because you cannot run this one district, one factories through like you said, is it charcoal? It's not possible. And so we need power to be able to run. But who needs some power now? The truth is that maybe because I am more security inclined, in the act of war, you do 90% planning and then 10% fighting.
Fighting, sure.
In the act of war, you do 90% in the room. And so if we have the excess power, I think it's good. What we need to do is to now find out, in my brother here, the municipality, one of the biggest municipality, how many factories do we have there? If you are going to Kumasi, you go to you go to Kumasi. If you are going to Kumasi, you go through there. If you are going to Eastern region, you go through there. And so most of the things come to his place. And to me, say, if let's say they have 10 factories in his constituency or his municipality, one would have wanted us to have 50 factories, because when people are coming from the top, they will go through his place. The Eastern region, they will come through his place. That's the gateway, almost to Accra. And so maybe they say we cannot plan our factories if we don't have excess power. You cannot plan the factory, then go and look for power. You get the power first. Then you know that, okay, this factory will need maybe this amount of power. This will need this. Maybe there will be a shortage. So let's plan. So for me, when I hear, I know the politicians play politics with these things, but I think that the issue of power is also connected to human security. Because if we can build more factories and fire the factories using the power we have. When I was growing up, those days we used to have these vacuum buses, there's a sank of for school children. When I close from school, community 5, number 5, I sit in the bus and it brings me to community 2 in the morning. We had a free bus ride. Today we don't have them. So maybe they say all this issue about what do you call it, excess power. I don't know whether there is any country that is discussing excess power.
No.
You know why? I don't know any country in the world that is discussing excess power. Because excess power to me, I think is positive.
Say US in as if we excess
power. Excess power now, you can now say. There's no country how many backup. That one is there. But when the thing is Essex,
what is Essex?
No, what I'm saying is that if you look at 2000, maybe if you look at 2016 manifesto of the MPP, there was one district, one factory.
Yes.
How are we going to fire the factories if we don't have power? So what I'm saying is that we should delink and take away the politics from excess power. I want anyone to tell me anywhere in the country where excess power is discussed. Excess power is supposed to be positive. Yes. The only thing we are failing because we should build more industry. Get this industry. I mean, fire. Those days we used to produce our own tuna. We used to produce a lot of these things.
Fridge Ghana.
We used to have sanyo. We used to have sanyo in Tema. We used to have all these factories. Akasanoma. I don't want to go into the realm of the politics. I mean, I can't do it. But I'm looking at it that, look at Free Senior High School. The number of children who are coming out of our schools. Now TVET is getting improved. I'm sure you know this government is putting in a lot when it comes to TVET. So, electrical, we're seeing electricals. And then we're seeing electricals, and then the electrical cables are produced in China and brought into this country. Why can't we train him to be able to, engineer the cable and install the cable? I don't know if because engineer to produce the cable. Thank you. Can we do that? So maybe the end say, I would have wished that a lot of our energy would go into the realm of how. I mean, I think it should have been so positive that we have power that we can put into the production of. I think this drink is produced in Ghana, a special tangerine. Some of us growing up, even though we had factories, we didn't have factories that were producing some of these things. Today we have them, but how big are they? I think there's a Kumfi juice factory. We have special water. We have, the point is that this water and this tangerine, do we have them in every home in this country? Do we have them in every home? We don't. So until such a time that we will have factories that can the supply chain, they can produce them and supply them everywhere, we should stop complaining about. I think we shouldn't complain about. So for me, I think Atachian leading his team in Parliament. Parliament is one of the most important arms of government. And so he should spend his time making sure and ask questions and say, if we have, let's say, how many megawatt, whatever, of power, how many factories can we input into this to fire this country? All this, our mayor Murie school, what are they coming to do? Are they coming? Despite, can you employ? How many can you employ? Just you employ, but not too many. You get it. And so maybe the end say, I don't want to go into energy. No, let's see. Can we turn this power into production? Okay. If we cannot turn the power into production, so for me, that is all I would want to say, that the politicians should stop doing politics with the power we have. They should tell us how the millions of young people who are not employed. Okay, this government has employed some, but there are still millions who are waiting to be employed. How we are going to build factories in my district, Issa district in the Upper West region, build more factories in this man's constituency. His Excellency is reading from his iPad, so we can get so that he all of our baby are. How many do you have? You can say there are 10, 15 factories there and we are firing them. Then one can say, maybe I am firing in every way.
Friday 21st April 2023. Fitch ratings, rating action commentary. Fitch downgrades Ghana LCIDR2 RD.
Yes.
Me say
only economic money.
Economy are downgrading to RD.
Economy
Matthias, wow, you come here say maminka ye di agro because si eni abre pa tambiano I say the politicians are just playing with our minds. Omo di adwin di agro esan say maminko ka we ntum bi ka tumu a e de ho ye beba na ye nya ho di na me tumi agiwa e be wi ase na kwa say me mo manya sympathy from amount for no. Meanwhile, ade sese otumi ye na nka tumi nya positive impact our literature no so no wonye sie wonyina ma hode na se do so a saka hallelujah na kaka na kaka se yesu yebotaye ne se Dr. Dada Bonaka se bi yebotaye ne se ye ba no ye besi mensiri bia no ye be ye factory ba ko ho factory no so de nyina ma hode ene be ye ene nyina ma hode ne se ye nyama na buso ene intentem so na ho harab so no yanhwe na ka esisi factories ne tentem se ne be ya ye betumi di sa excess power na ye se e boy ye ka no ye betumi connect na ka etumi against ka de film ya ye nya ne sa na moma na ya pratum na excess power oma any excess power bia ewo mu a 43 power packs any question san ene mu 11 ye free mu bobua 3 penama pay mahamas say ya eti power na ka ese de adwuma no ye nya so mfaso bia me
say in my area I'm coming in my area they are building one of these 111 hospitals. You need enough power to fire
the hospital
because this hospital was
but we're not saying the SS is bad.
This hospital was never in the
nobody has said the SS is bad.
And it's going to be a first class hospital. How do we fire this hospital in the Isa area if we don't have that is what so it should be positive.
But we are not saying it's negative on this issue. Yes. We haven't said it's
because
negative.
Of time.
Because of time.
Dr. Adam aka basically can back and waka. But the person Michelle from the other aspect. You see, many attach and can say meka. You know why?
No.
Because you have created communication crisis. Communication is at art. President Akobebi Akokase Ali do so to Mahama. Which means person say doom say Mahama couldn't solve it. And then you come to say Mahama echo as an agreement power I want to assess. Which abroso. Abroso. Just idea no e wo ho e na abroso. One gram de free ba no. E wo ho e na abroso. Into sa statement of by Kwabena. It's a stab in the back of the president. It's contradictory. I don't want to go there, but it's contradictory. So this statement it is giving credence to the fact say
that is established beyond all reasonable doubt.
What I'm saying is that you are giving credence to it. It's a communication there. And yes, the leader of your party
answering the president
of the state about the job publicly Akase doom so Ali do so to Oko commission sir Ali do so to Mahama. What I say, and then you come and say Mahama signed agreement power they want to say. But you see Dr. Adams come but Mama can say no Nyakosi sesia no akwete to say Kwabena kumesi akosomboda
yours
what I say ayen akosom yes Ghana sir akwete akosomboda as to say you know sir I got to a point where giving power to the Ivory Coast
and Nigeria.
You were supplying power. Because they say, you went to SS. At that time, Becca said, went to SS. What is it? Now, this is an opportunity for us to make use of the SS power that we have. We shouldn't do politics with it.
No.
We should not do politics with it. Sir, and I don't, one day to one fight. Cathedral here is, you need a cathedral. This huge edifice, then I can do power.
Power, yes.
What I say?
Oh my God!
And we are assembling now. We are assembling vehicles. Toyota Faba. It's very beautiful. Politics.
Masa, you are deviating from. Deviating from what attach asset. Deviating from. You are not saying what attach asset at all.
The president said, "The Akufa do Ababeka." Actually, yourself, Ali do so to Mahama. No, I said Mahama. I said the ex-president Wanyeshi. What I said, who know about solving. And then you have the chairman of the energy of energy. Ababeka said, Nipakona will blame you. No, he signed an agreement. They say what SS power are you using? So it is communication crisis. It is a stab in the back of the president of your leader. That's the point I want to establish.
Okay.
Why is it bad? As what Jack he says, I said, "Dog, Timajim, not be me sending that Babeka." But so because of time, we will go to other issues. I will not.
So, Papa, sit down, Kesiamo, one cry. All right. What you rent, you know, what you know, see, Jimmy. There's a woo. no one to me and read Daniel and Daniel picture property talk at our Daniel. Son of Becca. Son of Becca job, Papa Dana was in that.
But I say, yes, where they tell Breno Crasso, but here for 2 minutes, Binka. Hey, Baumia turns MPP upside down. Hey, what share a daily guide anymore? Said the party sit up for you, dinner at the call. A year party across a bra of filing. Na Yasam Ketua Crabby Bripa. Na share. I send off for Tuesday. Ha, Ochinachi. And then the last Sunday, next week. Okay, time no cry answering. And Tuesday comes week. And Yama I sing home kakra. Na share. I send on to me home say oba home brepamu kaba. But you say politicians. I can't be for politicians. Baumia I say it's Baumia must win. Baumia must win. And it's possible. And Alan so say onu so ni mirenie any de tisa adru so we adru so na so ye
e be say the question obi na decision on mutim jan
oh David we be jan pa
we be
me MPP pa on the macho no Baumia
turns MPP
upside down the me MPP nyame enum no kure ni me MPP ena ade efe so dey efe
nti wanu ye me bi say question me say wo tangerine na so wo nsuo
no but tangerine so ni nya wo baby
fact ba ko ne firi ba ye
but fact ba ko na me ye mo sa factory ho
obi factory na ye djuma so no obi pe
me ye producer we that factory
entine o
bibi a me produce bi ya me person bi ya to
question ye bi say wo say wo ba wo bi anasa wala ya no
I'm one of the producers here. You're producing candidates. And you're more about out.
The candidates Ben also saw about out. I bet you break 8, you know.
Oh, the Yanko be na my bia.
We are sure.
But I don't want him baby.
Meaning
Mamin Twazo. And what you see, you know. Last week, Alan Echo presenting the form. Now, who share the year go for the call? Obi was in the way na dey fa.
Sure.
Sabi. House of Folk supporters and the Kotoko supporters, your copack here. Ye nimusen ye domino city ye
Zima Kotoko say.
Zima
serious, Zima Kotoko the best team.
Yo machi. Enti obia was no na dey fa. In fact, and I wish you fugu. Uncle share fugu. But no dey no dey check ho. Who dey na check ho. So that make the difference. Enti ba Alan ko na ba mi akọ. Ken e ba be ko next week. Onu so be ko. Yen ye dey baby e gina ne say Danyamia say as a party like this, a party papa say no. Any pa or more contesting no. That is why we say we have the men. You see, when the men are coming like this, then people are running away, people are shaking, people are fighting by themselves, and they are talking. Usha, Papa neni mu hani de o matwa no kra de say shadow bi keke. Na nura o hwe nipa
e koya no ndo so. Na ka me say wo
no me see
wo ba me kakra fine.
Me see nipa di na chi e ko hwe efe wa o hwe se ne wa mam ni nsa so a wo ye. Na no ni esi bia wa Ghana wa hwe ni fe wa hwe mdimi nkasa kra ni fe ni nti. Enti ha incoming vice president kra wa ko bi. Ano so ti ho. Enye Henry Cotti. On city will be. Don't
laugh like that.
As a party,
I like my brother.
Yes,
Papa president, Papa vice president. The recorder is listening to you.
But it's my choice for the vice president.
What is that statement? Why endorse Sister Wabaunia?
Oh, the big massa. Yeah?
No, Francis is here no. Auntie Abraham.
Hey, hard woman.
It's immediately the American say MPP. Omo mo ba be contest.
Francis.
Omo nyina na eji omo tum. Nyame ya tum na yekoyi nipa ba ko na obesi ya na mu a. Afei e na me opponent ye NGC. ye be ko ko ho na mekasa wo we nim ne de nyina ye dia de obebi ye ne be ko
They who baby out now. So say Henry Cote. Oh no.
say my incoming
me say
vice president so onom say Abia osay deputy finance minister
they can say harmful product internet dey excise tax ban and harmful products tax
no so na make you
Abino say deputy minister of finance
yes na make no
tiwa so no say parliament or say the reason tie dey excise duty ne ban
but say go for no George harmful product
yes product and especially excise duty no was be special since
no when they say was so that
be almost and be aka ho ntom de kan na we harmful
we could not too much of everything is bad
so say harmful
insure the obetima insure I don't know too much obo say no one can say who chiro
there be o insure
harmful
Dr. Wilkins
water is not harmful
Dr. Wilkins
me so let MP before you na ya de nkofo ya di omo ba no
Chia o incoming vice.
my incoming vice
Henry Cote.
Mixiano me manayiko because oye adwuma na obi aso oye
adwuma akaje ne say enura me kofa me na mweja atala anim ho caterpillar na ho na anwea no egu ka kwan anim no wa hepo ama ye tipa truck kese ba kusi ho a abeya ma ana babia ye nam nyina say the region babia nam nyina ka kwan nyina no ya bom kofia say ha de edua bayire se bayire fi no fo ba no say ye nto bi ye beto no nkran he ya
kofia gugu but the make can say the make can say MPP na wadwuma pa mo ye ye nim say o mampeni na nado danko akofo aduma me yususu nso na enye hamfo one day very soon 2025 obe hand over ama MPP government and it will be one of these men that we are seeing
me that say
amen
me that say eti kacha ne say bayere ne yedua no achimota ye
and we say kofie bi o ho beti ase
nkofie bayere
no na o mayi
me say we de wonam kwan no ho ahwa kwan ne chenchen we say aboaboa anwea no ye be bia
bayere
vice president yo kacha no say ni region no say bedua bayere wo ho ka kwan mu so ni bedua no ye nua no chire baby yes na so de 2 minutes bi ne enko ni
Agya Kwabena.
Yes sir.
Okay, we yeah the anya ase.
Me ya iko keke. Ma ye ko ni enko.
Tete o ke Agya Kwabena. Me ka se fofo. Onya bo udi no ka se Agya Kwabena. No be ka se fofo.
Me da so de me etie.
Me ya iko
Agya wo me nkasa.
Ba ne kana so.
Okay. E di anya ase.
Agya Kwabena.
Your excellency.
Wara wo yer. Ehu. Na sanye ne beda. Na pen chawa ne retua baba. Nah, there's a problem in the blanket. No, so. I mean, you
say the nikum. The nikum no order. So when you
arrange it, shall tell later as some American
uncle.
In an indecisive, at any point in time, we know who our leader is. Yeah, but to Yabe, na Yamufi. Na kamusa Mahama, and I was Mahama. But we said, you know the ball. Media man as a Nzema Kotoko. Nzema Kotoko coach is media mafu. Was it someone goalkeeper?
Because when you had it, send the bear your sewa.
Your excellency.
Nah, any that could do about me. I can find the phone.
When I can't
for fun, Kwabena. I know fun, Kwame. So Oyamia in Chamen Kasa. Because as some okay, a betrayal of the president, who has been a vice president for the past 8 years. You have been a vice president to Oman for 8 years, right? What downgrade the economy
to RD.
RD. Jere kafa ya huban. And did the pensioners and corporate there. Yezika ya bobo na ya de boko wun. Ya do to yendrun. Did aji a boy yensem. E pay ya so msa na ji. Na sorry na I'm going to take Ghana to the next level.
Yes.
So what I did, next next level.
I don't know as a party. Remain decent. Remain decent.
I know. Wait a second. I said you are moving to some level again.
Already financial.
Remain decent.
Yeah, qu'est-ce que
Remain decent.
Yeah, you fiscal. Me family the economic side.
Awo kojo ba umia. I would say a superintendent of police. Na chi city. Na de kama IG.
Actually dollar.
De kama IGP. Na sisi la na samo kan yi digitalization gbogbo asama I take Ghana to next level on the digitalization chief e wa crack digital center o ya ba do o se yin po
Zabi.
Accra digital center na edwin there to digitalize a country as well as the board be to about. Don't you know that somebody laid the fiber optics infrastructure? Don't you know it? And say, we will never know to this now. I mean, you have been the next in command of this economy to total collapse. Obedi baby, now say I know your argument. Who was the chairman of the economic management team? Obiara was running away from it. That was one of the Kwabena. Oh, na ye, ebe Joe Latte. The economic management team. Honorable Asafo Maafo. Wana, but every monte. And no kasi dang. And no kasi dang. The fundamentals have been strong, but the economy is what? It's here and this for the. But we are not interested in who does what. But what hurts us? The way I want to one MPN. If you say MPP, it's a useless party. I don't know why I'm a member of that party. If you say the GTP, GTP. Dumas people want you in front of the GTP. Dumas wants you in front of the GTP.
You also say no, Dr. Bamia, you accept say no seminar.
Only assembly aka
there. MPP for one can Dr. Bagumia.
Hey, sir.
Na nya dia wo kan nya bia na wo so kan anti na wo dia wo bompa say dia go yi no.
I wouldn't say the MPP was turned upside down. Malam Kenya. Masa Malam Kenya.
Yeah, dia ko yi ade di jama ye.
We kissing. That's what we want you can do. See after Adam may delay the other speakers. Adam may delay discussion. I wish them well.
Thank you.
Kwabena, I wish them well.
Okay.
Nembom. Emblem bosom.
Oh yes.
Wale we do no tro wa bom no tro wa do. Abom na de be ma ayi kojo da gati no. Upen na fan. Ma de be man no bodo.
Until say the nationality in some they say no.
Nationality.
Say no kwe don't come baby.
Hey, don't bring yourself.
No, it's not true.
Don't bring yourself.
Uncle, you know it's not true.
You are doing once he has raised it.
I didn't raise anything, eh? I
didn't you should not tell me that. Ankuzi Bebiala.
No, won't shadow.
Auntie Francis is him. About message. Tell Uncle Sam that Dr. Bawumia is the shining star. The shining star.
Shanamam.
Also the man of the moment. He has arrested the dollar again. He's a safe pair of hands for Ghana.
Yeah, application for employment.
Bau all the way.
Application for employment.
Oh no,
what's your application for
employment? As what? About 2 minutes.
First of all, the person can say, I mean, it depends democracy. It depends democracy. And then two, I mean, say, open contest.
Yeah.
To be over Falibiano is welcome. Now, me problem kakra a me wono enkonform pese omo pushi Bawumia as or no econ. It is a test for the MPP. For me, it is a test for the MPP because I want to be who say MPP a tradition, and I say any tradition. A contest we better say omoka sema omudiso, and I say omoka sema omundiso. Why am I saying this? I'm saying this because we say during 2008 the election, there was first Akufo-Addo, Alan Tremantin, yenim the ACCA, and then yenim slogan say pie by Nanado yenim fretete. Well, so until say yenim fretete no mantra no really worked for Nana Akufo-Addo, and then we see angles are eba, and it's according to say Kufuor Ekono time, also Kufuor Ekono, people were saying said there were allegations say he was supporting Alan Tremantin, and people were saying said no. Andrew Alonso because Nana in the move for to I mean the whatever it is, and the same thing is happening today. And to share election, Alan Kufuor Nana it's clear. You see, you can I mean maybe we are in Janin free. Clear what I say to the one because I share Kofona or Mudi Alanachi, National Kofwe di Dr. Baumiachi. What I say, but I mean we know some I mean what I'm talking about. The game is that interest and control. Party association. Interest and control of what? The party or what? No, yes, I mean what interest? You have an interest to control. What I say, that it's clear because Baumia we know the people who want to control. What I say, Alan Winia, we know where it's going to go. But and so I mean there are things are vivid and yes but more among your politicians but we wish you well
I wish the MPP well.
Yes.
Thank you. I wish all the candidates well. Correct. Yes. I think it depends. It depends. You can say democracy, internal democracy, and they had their elections. You can say constituency in this animal. They are yet to have the MP.
But even the presidential, they are yet to have.
They are yet to have. It's the NDC that had this. But what I will say is that I from what I see, Bawumia is likely to win their internal contest. From what I see, I will be surprised he gets anything less than 70% from what I see. Traveling around, sometimes you when you hear what people say. So for me, I wish them well, and I would want to probably wish the NDC too well, because chances are that we are going to have two brothers actually going after one another. Yeah. When I say we are going to have already, we know who is representing the NDC. And from where I sit and my readings of what is going on, I suspect Bawumia might get, not less than 70 and above. Okay. So chances are
you mean the general election, right?
No, I mean, you win from one stage to another. So I mean the internal. So we are going to have, and from the north we are brothers. And so we are going to have two brothers having a go. Bawumia Mahama going after one another.
But what is it? One have been taken to court.
So for me, I think that it will change the politics of this country. Yes. After the MPP, once they finish this, and I'm sure Bawumia would win. If he does, it will change the politics, because the MPP has always been seen as a party that is anti this, anti that, anti this, anti that. And so if you have Bawumia leading, and you are going to have the dynamics will change. Okay. And so for me, I wish the MPP well, because then. I tell you that a very bad, no matter what, this democracy is still better than any military dictatorship, because then I'm here, I speak my mind, I'll sit in my car and go. In the past, we couldn't do that. So for me, I am happy that they are doing this.
Dr. Adam Bona, Medasi Bebre, Dr. Adam Bona, and Eddie Dasi, Obasambu. And as a papa, Passer, the name of the Ebebo Jumedi, and a day, Sanso, and our honorable workers, Medasi Bebre. ɛna Matthias Bonzo so meda ase
last word
ɛna fe His Excellency Sampia so meda wase pii
ɛyɛ kwa menu na wa o
minimpa but ɛnyɛ de sise de nyame no na wa ha yɛ sorry so yi na happy birthday na mede ma Leah Graham Cape Coast ɛnɛ ɛwɔ awoda nti Leah busuaku ni nyina na sɛ wo busuafo nyina na wonamfo nyina sɛ omo ma happy birthday Leah Graham Cape Coast yɛkyia Roger so ka ho bi na o happy birthday afi baako a ɛwɔ ha wo de wɔ ha adwen o baako a ɛwɔ ha ɛyɛ Mrs Faustina Akanfila Jimmy wawoda nti yɛma happy birthday fi wura WO Akanfila Jimmy a ɔwɔ 1 billion bi share camp tema na ɛde ɛbrɛ wo na ɛna no pɛ nso mɛgyina sa ho kwan nso wo se me yɛ dan a wo can say wo de yɛ dan
ma me nso nchia yɛ ka ne say hard woman Francis Essien
wa sɛ me say so ɔno me ko
1 minute she's a hard woman
I miss me nchia my junior brother
okay
Francis Yale
okay
today he's celebrating his 30th wedding anniversary.
Wow.
And walking celebrating.
What if you are saying?
Hey, 30th.
I want to
why are there?
It's a strong man. 56.
Why are there? These days it falls apart.
Now me say, China nyame aduma ye Father's Day. Musumu wish all fathers. Yes, happy Father's Day. It's say remember me so. Yeah, mo ye dimbi. So your boy homodin. We are the producers. So on say that you produce na ba ya na yehwe. Nti money boy ye bo.
Na na manum refi.
Esi wo bi a wa shego a wa gina hoda. Ya no mo fi say member no mo
it's so unfair the way they treat Mother's Day and Father's
Day. They start 3 months before the time.
Even Valentine is more important in this country than Father's Day.
Obi the message by
the fathers ni so mo kai
obi the message bi ba say Father's Day, Mother's Day, Daddy take us out. Children's Day, Daddy take us out. Child's birthday, Daddy take us out. Bibia that take us out. It's Father's Day, so who takes father out?
So, but for me, my children has promised me they are taking me out.
Okay, and they be promising sisters. Man, told you about she home. Now we have 2 man of this year, when near my next year.
Acoustic Uniba for Uniba University for
good morning. Yeah, the best year. Na mesa kan sem bi ansa na sori. Ye betina se di nkomo a sebe enye bi na menya masem bi na meka. Enye nuomra betina mpanyfo betina wanya o masem bi na omoka. Ayo mamu ni nyina hwe bokun sam yi. Wo hu se de sitie. Hu chen se de yedwene no no. Enti mumma yenye bribi fa mo man ho ban o. Hwe bokina fa mo ba yi. Ayo mo ya so mo fi o mo man mu ebo bi foforo man so. Ka o mo nko a ankante saa. Enti yakura danke ye Yakopon aboa yen ebi si otogo amom nyina ba kliko ebegu hwa na san roko mu fi Liberia mpo bai busu butumram ana ye boa o ma na ebi ba Cote d'Ivoire o mo bai Togo o mo bai Burkina Faso o mo ba Ghana ye nya bi we are blessed enti de sese ye bia de boy asomdwe ne ye man ho bai no mo ma ye nye nyema de o ha beba no mo ma ye nyai tumi na ye pre no yenji tumi ni fanya de pe be ma manfo no benya tumi ni so mfaso enye ma bukura tumi ni nko a nkofie ni e bo ka kwan no ho na eduadua bayere no by next week sama asemi am call TV so no I hope so you take me to court. I'm going to call court. But can't get chance.
Kwabena, you have not congratulated the IGP.
Yeah.
Fulani girl been on my
yeah, why are the
done so well.
Yes.
IGP dey say no ya be.
I said, I don't do we understand. I say, I come in na, I'm a munyina achi.